Oh my god, it actually is Laurie Strode.
Is there a way I could pop out my character sheet from the web browser or no?
Yes. If you click on the browser, if you click on your
there we go.
thing,
Got
and there's
it.
like a little, yeah, you got it. You got it.
The box in box.
Yeah, that thing.
What?
Yeah, that's what I
Don't worry about it.
Sorry.
Oops.
I'm sorry, Seth. How do I pull DNDJ into this channel?
-J in audio.
EMTJ is currently in this channel.
No, then
No,
DNDJ is different from
I'm sorry.
DMDJ.
Oh.
Oh, D&D. I get it. Clever.
So I'm gonna do this. We'll experiment with it and see how this works. But can you guys see this token?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. That's gonna represent where the group is at any given point when we're playing.
All right.
Oh, nice.
Could I just use
All right,
my
fair
face?
enough.
It's fine.
I mean, I made you that token already, so.
What token?
I sent it to the Discord of the sleeping will face. I thought that could just be representative of the group.
Josh, you're an admin in this server, right?
He is.
So the DND channel has already got 8 people in it of 8 max people. Can you add 1 space?
Done.
Thanks.
I added 2 spaces just in case.
Just in case
we
we can just remove the cap on it because I only put the cap on it back when the server was actually used by more than just us, and it pretty much died for everything other than that. So,
as all servers must in time.
Yeah, it looks more selective. I like this.
It's cyclical.
Actually, yeah, we should make. We can add 1 more person. If anyone else wants to join, they got to pay. Pay our subscription fee.
All right.
I support this. Yes.
So darkness is a level 2 spell. At level 4, I don't gain any 3 slots. So I can get it, I guess.
I would definitely appreciate it.
Because I just realized that I actually know Scorching Ray. I thought it was not a wizard spell for some reason. I thought I needed to get from the druid, but apparently I don't, so it is okay.
All right.
Look, you don't know this guy yet. You don't have to do what he tells you.
You know what? That's fair. That's fair.
It will. Are you still trying to do your thing?
Yeah, I'm just trying to.
Okay.
I lost the commands for DNDJ because they got scrubbed from the message history for some reason. Oh, because I lost my permissions. So I lost all those helpful commands that were in here.
There's a website that says them all.
What is it? Fredbot, right?
Yep.
Okay. That's fine. I'm recording at this point. I figured out how to get Discord over Roll20. So.
Okay. Are you gonna do your thing first, or are you waiting?
Yeah, if you want to intro first, and then we can. I think it's appropriate.
I don't know when your thing picks up because I haven't heard your thing. So.
Oh, you weren't listening yesterday?
It's just the beginning.
No, I was muted for 90% of it.
No, it's just a recap. So when you would normally do the recap, we'll just do that.
All right. So take it away. I'll let you do it.
Oh, I guess it's now.
Mm-hmm.
So Josh and I did a little pet project because I have 10 hours per 2 weeks that I got back. So I try to. So it's basically a recap of last session and then a little intro by Jode, our bard. Unfortunately, I tried a bunch of different methods, and the best one is to stream it. So everyone has to join the stream, unfortunately. So give me 1 second. So if everyone knows how to join a stream.
No.
Just click on the screen that popped up.
No screen popped up.
Hover over DMDJ and then click watch stream.
Okay. Hold on.
And make sure your volume is turned up on the stream.
Yeah,
turn
right
it to
click
like
it and turn the stream volume up.
Okay. User volume. 169% sound
yeah,
good?
like 500% is good. Just blow your eardrums right out.
Okay.
I'm
All
doing
right.
200%. What could go wrong?
All right, everyone ready?
Yep. So just click watch stream, right?
Hey, shut up, you ingrates. Jode's about to tell another tale. Go ahead, Jode.
This a tale of truth, of mighty misfit company. By chance, they met aboard a ship. They sailed across troubled sea. Our path begins with a mighty kobold who traveled afar, solely to protect and save his family. And upon the ship, he met one wandering lizard folk who joined him on his journey. One who was cast into a world of flame and ash, and by a lich thrust oversea. Next, there was a fierce Leonin, whom abandoned his home in search for more clarity. Inflicted by an unknown magic, a Minotaur warrior has set off on a path of perspective and for his own philosophy. And also found aboard a ship a goblin who was full of surprises, large, witty, and wielder of parity. And the final member of the group, one clever fool of human man, yet anything but ordinary. Quick to gunplay, slow to parlay, and never, of all things, borrowed. The roles are cast, the scene is set, and it is on this ship where we begin our story.
Essentially, so Lutann, for better or for worse, is what would be like the capital of Ayakling.
They figured out how this machine worked, and they realized how to produce simple firearms.
Lutann, for all the good it's done, is not very good on diversity. The leaders of Lutann don't necessarily represent the people.
So with there being so much crime, let's say that she was charismatic enough to unite all the criminals to try to overthrow the current government.
The infiltration of the Lutann government has concluded. What does that look like?
They failed, and Stephanie was killed publicly.
I would say the strongest leader in Lutann dies, and the supporters of Stephanie are blamed.
The rebels of Stephanie are seeing this vacuum of power and going to try for a second time to put somebody into power. And they're successful. They get somebody in, that's a plant. And I'm going to say this person, somebody named Iris.
We don't let outsiders come into Big Water because they might get upset with the things that they see.
There is a shadow that appears directly over Calvaria.
Somewhere within this mountain range is what looks like an abandoned temple. I'd like to start a project of the kobolds moving.
Hey, you know, let's do fucking bears. There's bears. There's just bears all over the plains. I'll make a little forest in the bottom that has a bear forest.
So it is a city of elves that have a symbiotic relationship with the bears of Bear Forest.
There is kind of a labor force established to basically run through the portal to clear cut sections of the Feywild to bring lumber back into the world.
Some of the divers who go into the Fey portals don't come back.
The original expedition team, appearing to have aged some dozen years, returned from the portals and having spent the last decade living entirely off the land in the Feywild.
Marble quarry right next to the Feywild portal. It is home to Luxodons and Minotaurs who work it.
Sickness runs rampant in the marble quarry. You know, there is a risk that it will spread.
There is a giant wasteland, depression. You know, might find some things in there that look like a town.
There is an artifact of great power, a wooden gauntlet that burns in perpetuity. In the center of this burned out husk.
There are rumors from the tribes surrounding Calvaria that Calvaria itself is actually starting to run dry. The Lutann tribes that exist south of Calvaria have decided to start, because of increasing attacks from Calvaria, they decided they need to fortify.
Even though magic is scarce in this land, there is zero among the Lutann.
The oppressed minority of this world, humans and their ilk, are going to try to resettle Big Water, and they are going to rechristen it in the fashion of their people, Bigger Water.
It's a square lake. Nobody's ever seen anything like it.
Never before seen birds suggest that there might be a whole new ecology that has yet to be seen.
I'm gonna discover Glaive and Sunders, a traveling circus troupe.
So someone from Lutann has decided that there is money to be made making a way stop between Panacea, Big Water, and Lutann, which is the god-awful middle of nowhere. Alright, thank you everyone.
Yeah.
That was the best thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, that was really cool.
So there's a lot of stuff going on last session, so it was a little bit longer than I thought going in, but I didn't want to cut any of, I felt like all that stuff was pretty important, so... Alright, I'm gonna disconnect DMDJ because I don't need him anymore.
Especially Bigger Water.
I mean,
Also, I just want to say a big fuck you, DA.
Why?
There's only one thing that wasn't
Why
mentioned.
this time?
Why this time?
Because
that
I had to
was-
do yours all on my own.
There was only one thing that wasn't mentioned, and I feel like it's for good reason, and it's the gnomes. There was no talk of the gnomes either of their two cities.
It's not that I just couldn't get any good audio clips because for whatever reason we all talked all over each other whenever we talked about the gnomes. So I just out of the 3 or 4 times we mentioned them, I just never got a good audio clip. So
That's what I did the most with was gnomes, I think.
Yeah, I mean, and I feel bad, but unfortunately, it was nonsense sounding because we just kept talking over each other.
They're gnomes. Nobody cares.
Yeah. And there was just it was hard to parse out single things that we did. They were a little more in depth. Also, you have the worst mic in existence. So I had a very hard time editing your parts out because there's no ups or downs.
Wait,
it's just
I need this to be said. In the second worst?
Seth, unfortunately. Sorry, Seth.
The same set.
And I are using the exact same headset.
That would make sense then.
Yep.
And it's funny too because those same clips before I edited them was 12 minutes before I took out all the ums and the uhs and the long awkward pauses.
My God.
Love it.
All right. Is all you, Seth.
Okay.
I'm literally giddy. I'm on the edge of my seat.
All right, so I got some pretty long exposition that we're going to start with first. Okay. We begin in the city of Lutann. Lutann is as bustling a city as you've ever seen. Streets filled with merchants selling their wares, nobles looking down on the commoners, and commoners just trying to make ends meet. Lutann has its fair share of crime too, and it seems there are never quite enough city guards around when you need them. Even if they are around, it's anyone's guess whose pocket they're in these days. The city itself has 2 major districts, the Highborn and the Lowborn. You haven't spent too much time in the Highborn district, although technically there's nothing stopping you from ever going there. The Lowborn district is nothing short of filthy. The buildings look like they're barely standing, but the common folk make the best of it. There's a small sect of people who believe the leading members of the city don't have their best interests in mind. They seem to be some of the only humans in the city. Despite all this, the citizens are generally happy with the city. They have no real external threat to worry about, there's plenty of work and cheap places to spend the night, and they can always see that Highborn district like a gleaming ray of hope that one day they can make it there. We now shift our attention to a group of 6 intrepid adventurers. Each one of you has their own reason for being in Lutann these days. No one person shares the same goal, but each one has one thing in common. You're looking for work. Going from odd job to odd job has been nothing short of exhausting, but somehow each one of you were tipped off that there was a lucrative job coming up. One that involved seeing far off lands with seemingly endless opportunity. That was when you found your way into the Tempest Alliance, the biggest guild in all of Lutann, and certainly the most well known. After rubbing shoulders with the right people and a bit of dumb luck, each one of you was handed a scroll outlining details of the biggest job you've had since you arrived in Lutann. You notice an oddity about the scroll, though. It seems to be written in some sort of magical ink. And if you direct your attention to D&D, or roll 20.
Check my scroll.
Oop.
Yeah. This is the scroll you were handed. Does anyone want to volunteer to read it?
I will. I will.
Will is so excited.
Am I Barley or no? I'm just me. Adventurer, thank you for accepting
No,
this.
please do it as Barley. Please.
No, I got to save it, guys. I'm sorry. Thank you for accepting this job. As I'm sure you are aware, there has been a recent discovery of a large forest just beyond the northern mountains. We aim to set up a logging camp in that region. You will be required to escort a ship, the Golden Sunset, on a logging expedition. Help the crew get there and back safely. Once aboard the ship, you will be outfitted with a week of supplies and a bunk. Upon the crew's safe return, you will pay 20 gold coins. Signed, the Tempest Alliance. Well, goddamn.
So yeah. So first sessions are nothing short of awkward, no matter how you try to
We got you, Seth. We got you.
shoehorn it in. But you're all handed this note. I'm not 100% sure how much each of you have discussed with each other about relationships or who knows who or where you're coming from. But you all do know of each other at the very least from spending some time at the Tempest Alliance. So right now there is 3 days until the ship is due to leave port. So before that happens, I wanted to open it up and see if anybody wanted to do anything and explore the city, any personal goals or interpersonal stuff you want to take care of first.
Sure. Let me start. I'm gonna burn my first and only crit this entire session on my Arcana check, and I would like to see if there's anything intrinsically magical regarding the scrolls, since the Tempest Alliance is the strongest faction in the region, and this does seem to be a personalized invite. I'm looking for any kind of tracking spells on there, or possibly anything else that's inherently magical regarding the scroll that was sent to me.
Okay. You're burning your free crit?
I'm burning my one and only crit that the universe is going to give me this entire session. Yes.
Oh, you actually did get a real crit. Okay.
Yeah, I just clicked Arcana.
I thought you were talking about the proverbial free crit that we gave you like 3 weeks ago or whatever.
Did we give you a free crit? I don't remember.
It doesn't make the bloop noise when he rolls. That's what's killing me.
I know. Yeah, I didn't realize anything.
Oh, you have to
I heard
turn on you have to
I
enable
heard it
3D dice and do automatically roll 3D dice. Because it's a new session, your settings didn't save from the last one.
Okay. Well, any case.
So yeah, with a crit, you're 100% sure that there is no tracking on it, but there is some sort of transmutation spell, specifically on the ink. You believe that it's used to send real-time updates for your mission.
Oh, okay. That's interesting to know.
Fancy.
Thank you. I'm gonna very carefully roll this scroll back up and put it in my pouch.
I'm sorry, Seth. We each got one of these scrolls separately.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I write hello on mine and see if they is it like text messaging?
No, nothing happens.
Oh, okay. Fuck.
Yours now also says hello.
I'm writing that down.
You no longer get 20 gold.
A message comes up. This is a powerful magical artifact, and you fucked it up. Bad job. I would say that Barley, as he is ought to do, is at the local pubbery, just killing time.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'll say that Gangris is there too.
How far is
I guess, the Tempest Alliance from the Highborn district?
I would probably say, it's like on the other side of town. Like the Tempest Alliance is more towards like the working class area, towards like the south southwestern edge. The Highborn are kind of like up towards the mountains. By Highborn, it's literally high, as in it's higher up than the rest of the city. They can look down on it because they're kind of nestled into the mountains.
Am I able to just go and explore and hang out in the Highborn area?
Yeah.
All right, that's what Jode will be doing.
Okay. What are you looking for? What are you doing in the Highborn area?
I am looking at the Highborns and trying to see how they act and interact with one another. I would particularly like to look at their outfits.
Okay. Do you want to roll something for that?
Are you hiding? Are you touching yourself?
No,
Okay.
what?
Yeah.
I am out in the
much.
open. I'm out in the open, just looking at what I have to see. I don't know. What kind of a check do you want for that?
I don't know. Say investigation. You're looking to see if you can find something out there.
I appreciate you not making me roll perception.
Maybe this character will be better at it.
No. I have disadvantage unless it's not
Oh, dark.
daytime.
Oh shit.
So I'd say with a 17, you're able to ascertain that it's that they are all adorned in some sort of silk and high quality leather. Nothing particularly interesting about it, although everything does seem to be dyed with beautiful colors. It's like bright pinks and purples and reds. Everything's bright and vibrant, whereas everything in the Lowborn district is, dull grays and browns and things like that.
What shade of purple?
Fuck, I don't know.
Venetian.
The one behind him
Like
right
I guess
now.
a lighter shade, a darker shade, like a royal purple type thing. I'm just trying to figure out.
Like royal purple, yeah.
Got you. Oh, I love the contrast of pink, red, and then a royal purple. Ooh.
That's a cold
Well,
no taste.
we'll call it Russian violet. That's the specifically you identified as Russian violet.
Jode, you're much smarter
Wait,
than I give you credit for.
Hex color 461257 specifically.
Can we clarify whether Russia exists in this universe?
I think it's canon. He just said it out loud.
Yo, that wasn't Jode asking what color, what shade of purple. That was Josh asking for Jode's benefit.
Okay. So in one of the things you'll notice in the Highborn district as well while you're walking through is that there's not really like a lot of people out. It's kind of empty. There, as far as like generally people walking around the streets and stuff. There's not a lot of stuff going on outside, except for the person, a few people here and there, as well as there's not a lot of guards either. There you'll see one every once in a while, but they kind of just look down their nose at you and keep walking.
I'm used to this. Is there any sort of predominance of race here in the High District?
No, it's a lot of the same that's in the Low District. It's a lot of the I don't know what you call them, the not subhuman, the demi-human classes, the demi-human races. Very few humans at all.
I'm betting bar patrons that I can shoot beer bottles before they hit the ground if they toss them up in the air. So I'm just looking to make some extra gold here.
Rodak would like to do two things when he gets a moment.
Okay.
So first thing he wants to do is find someone to sell him. I realized if I had to pack an actual like melee, a physical weapon. If I could purchase a light crossbow. Are you gonna count ammo in this game or no?
No.
Okay, so I would like to purchase a light crossbow, and I would also like to find someone to speak to regarding the possibility of acquiring healing potions or whatever the analog is in this locality before we travel off on the trip.
Okay.
You come across the lizard folk selling Goodberry.
How much is a light crossbow going to run me at the whatever shop?
8,000 gold.
You
Trying to see how much gold I have. God, how much gold
Yeah,
I
you can
have.
afford to
I
buy a
have
healing
10
potion. That's
I
bonkers.
have 10 gold pieces or whatever analog they have in this locality.
That's working on that.
You'll notice
My
Rodok
laptop
has a
away.
more sophisticated vocabulary on account of him possessing intellect score of 16.
I say he's a math wizard, so that makes sense.
That reminds me, I was very proud of the line that I gave you, Yay, specifically the word parody.
Since he did not contribute to the song.
I was busy eating.
Wow.
Very important.
I'm just saying, I was very proud.
2 days to come
I was
up
gonna
with
say
it.
you're still been eating.
I was just proud that I came up with something that was mathematic and rhymed with a Y.
Does Rodog
So,
just... Oh, sorry, guys.
so you find a shop. The shop is called the Fighter's Head.
Okay.
And you see a lot of weapons adorning the walls, and specifically you do see light crossbows in the back.
Fantastic.
The owner.
Shopkeeper,
Go ahead.
might I procure one of those? How much would that how much would those of your finest light crossbow run me?
He looks back at it, and he's a little halfling behind the counter who seems oddly small for carrying around all these big swords and other weapons. But he looks behind himself and at looking at what you're pointing at, sees that you're pointing at the crossbow, and he goes, "For you, it's gonna be 30 gold pieces."
You got to be fucking kidding me.
Drop some math on him. Hit him with the Pythagorean theorem.
What specifically makes such a crossbow worthy of 30 gold pieces, sir?
He picks it up off the shelf and he goes, "It's a light crossbow. You see how light this thing is?"
I mean, I could get a heavy crossbow that will put a bolt that's twice as strong and twice as far, and those things don't cost a mere 10 gold down the street.
Wood is scarce here, though.
It's like it's lucky for you we don't price match.
How's that right?
Check out Tarjay.
All right, so can
Out of
I
the
do
shop.
some kind of a check to figure out whether or not he's just trying to scam me out of some money?
Sure.
You hear that voice? Obviously.
Yeah, I mean, like...
I'm
I want to trust that guy.
The very first interaction we have, and there's already just racism rooted deeply right into it.
So, 14 on insight is how badly is he fucking me?
I would say you definitely think that it's overpriced for what it is, but you don't think he's trying to scam you in any way. He's just trying to haggle high.
He's a reptist.
Tell you what, I'm carrying in my bags right here. I got about 10 gold. All right, listen, I think 10 gold is a very good deal for what you got here. I'm just a simple adventurer trying to earn my way in this world, and surely, if you would like to make a demonstration of goodwill, I will have to recommend to your shop all of my other adventurer friends when they return from their trips, with their pockets heavy with gold.
Are you
This
offering
is
to
what
pay
we
him an
call
exposure?
investment.
Are you an influencer?
I have some renown in the adventurers world. Yes.
False.
So all these friends, each of them got 10 gold pieces too, just like you.
I believe some of my friends might have more than 10 gold pieces. It would probably have to take some convincing of a show of force of your wares, I would say, before they would be convinced to part with their gold at this location.
Can you give me a charisma check?
Oh, can I?
Get a load of this guy thinking he has friends already.
Persuasion or just, I mean, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, persuasion.
13.
That
Oh,
negative
how about this? I'll give it to you for 10 gold pieces and you can pay me the other 20 that you owe when you get back from whatever you're working on.
About 10 gold pieces and additional, let's say, 5 when we get back.
I don't know, man. I'm already letting this fine piece of work out of the building for only 10 gold pieces. How do I know you're even going to come back?
Well, surely you've heard of me. I am Rodok. I come from the far reaches. I come bearing great magics. Surely you've seen magic before.
Yeah, you and every other smart who comes into this place.
I would like to utilize prestidigitation to create a number of fireworks sparkling around his head with a grand flourish my arms. Yeah, how many of those schmucks have done this?
He swats him away in annoyance. He's like, you know, I got other customers lined up behind you, so you want this thing or not, buddy?
This guy swam right here from Staten Island, by the way.
Love it.
So, looking around, how empty is this? How empty is this?
Oh God, Ye's gonna murder him already? Yeah, it's too soon. We're only 37 minutes into session 1.
Yo, I thought I was the lovely evil character.
Oh my
Fuck
God.
me.
So even though he says that, there's literally no one else in there.
You know what?
And there wasn't anybody in there when you got there either.
Mash and grab. Just.
You know what? I got friends. I'm sure I can check around with them, and maybe we can collectively bargain a better deal. And then as I leave, I turn around and I thrust my fingers out and I just web him to his counter. How many of those boys that come around can do that, huh? And then I
Is that a
storm
second
out
level
haughtily.
spell? Did you use second level spell for that?
Yes, I did.
Well, it's 3 days before we leave. I mean, I guess he's got slots.
Or that.
He doesn't say anything. He's just kind of shocked as he's stuck to the wall.
It's gonna be 50 gold when we come back.
Yeah, he's murdered by the guards right outside the door.
I mean, I was just debating casting Phantasmal Force and just having him see himself getting eaten alive by insects, but I decided
that seems fair over a crossbow negotiation.
I know, it seems fair over a guy trying to screw me over a crossbow
He's
negotiation.
not trying to screw you. We already established
You don't
that. You
know
rolled
that.
It's the supply and demand, man. Clearly enough people have tried to buy this crossbow at 30 gold to justify the price.
In any case, so well, since I have not parted with my gold, what about can I do with trying to secure some kind of healing potion or similar device?
A crossbow was
yeah,
30.
10 gold, man.
Trying to parlay one more time.
Your gold.
Give me a little credit. I haven't failed that bad yet.
That's not what I see.
So where are you looking? What kind of place are you looking for?
Apothecary, maybe?
Okay.
A guy in an alley, probably.
Yo, it's a
Where'd you get all the
50-50
back
chance
alley
that it
potions?
works.
So you don't necessarily find an apothecary, but you do find a general store.
Okay.
And this one has there is a half orc behind the counter who is, just cleaning things and, moving stuff around on shelves and things. In the back of the room, on one of the shelves, you see a very, very dusty vial that you think might be a healing potion.
Good morrow, sir. Might I have a moment of your time?
Yeah, what are you looking for, buddy?
Well, my compatriots and I are about to venture forth on another daring adventure, and we're seeking more exotic supplies. Do you, by chance, happen to have any healing potions? I might see one over there, and I gesture towards the dusty vial.
He pulls it off the shelf and kind of gives it a dust off, and he blows the dust off of it, and it fills the room with debris, and he puts it on the counter. He's like, yeah, I've had this for a while, and puts it down.
how much might you say this? And I pick it up and I swirl a little bit to inspect it for the characteristic sheen of a healing potion. What would you like me to roll? Nature.
Yeah, you can roll nature. Be good.
Crit fail.
You
go.
are definitely sure that it is a healing potion, and it looks really high quality to you.
Told you I use my one and only crit success. Okay. So my this I can't believe you have kept this fine vintage for so long. How much might you ask for this potion here?
The shopkeep kind of chuckles to himself. He's like, this thing? How much you got?
Man still got to eat. I can give you 5 gold pieces for this.
Can you roll charisma for that?
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. I don't know. Best I could do is 7.
Surely. Ugh, okay, all right. You know what? I can do that. I can do 7. It'll be a mighty lean week for these bones. And I pat my belly, and I slide over 7 gold coins to him.
He like very, very quickly grabs the gold coins and he goes, "All right, thanks for your business," and kind of starts showing you out.
All right. So miscellaneous notes. I'm gonna put healing potion question mark.
Poison. You can just write poison. It's fine. Seth. So we live in this world, right? So we are familiar with the economy. How much does like a banana cost? Like, give me some scale here. So, like, is 7 gold like he gave away $10,000, or is 7 gold like what is food for a family of 4 for a week cost?
I mean, food is fine. There's no scarcity of food, especially meat-based foods.
Bear meat. Yeah, I got you.
But I will remind you all that wood is very scarce in this world. So,
what about
Yeah.
80 poison potions?
So, yeah.
I mean, good perspective is we're getting paid $20 to go on a pretty dangerous mission to go set something up.
So 7 gold, as I'm saying, he gave away a large percentage of his earnings from this for a dubious potion. So I'm just trying to get a handle on the economy of the world, I guess. So.
Also, is it broken up? Is it just gold pieces, or is it broken up like silver or platinum, or silver and copper as well?
Yeah, I mean it's typical World of Warcraft 100. Okay. I'm not doing. I hate the D&D breakdowns of like 20 silver.
Yeah, no, I'm 100% with you on that. I just want to know if there was change.
Yeah.
I throw a handful of coppers at someone just because I can.
Just because I can.
I turn all
Did
my
anybody?
gold into copper.
This is called making a hail, bitch.
Will needs an accountant. Anyone?
I cast catapult on a sock full of copper coins.
Yo, each copper coin. How much would that hurt?
Oh my god.
So
did anybody take up barley on the shooting competition?
Yeah, anyone do it? I'm gonna say yes. I mean, people love that shit.
I would like to walk up and attempt it before anybody else does.
And barley, what does this competition look like? What does the competition involve?
So generally they finish their drink and then they throw it as far as they can, and I shoot it out of the air. Well, God, can you describe your character real quick? You're a giant cow, right?
Yeah, basically. Big kind of, I don't know, like rustically ornate robes, I guess. Kind of out there, not really from the city, but nice quality. Big great axe, big horns, long hair, long beard. Just kind of a mean looking, scarred up guy.
Well, goddamn, I ain't never seen a fancy ass cow like you before. You want to play the game?
I want to lean in really close and say, "Do you want to make some money?"
Oh shit, we gambling.
Oh, Barley's always down to make a few bucks.
Let me throw 3 or 4 bottles and you miss, and I take some money, and then everybody else comes running, and then we split it 80-20.
Oh, you don't gotta tell Barley about the hustle. Well, goddamn, that's a great idea, cowman.
I want to walk over to the bar and like slap my hand on the table and say, "Barkeep, 5 bottles, empty, please."
The barkeep looks over at you, kind of annoyed, but also he knows you're going to pay him, so he just kind of begrudgingly starts filling 5 tankards of ale.
Empty? Empty?
Oh, empty. I'm sorry, I missed that. Yeah, he
so they're like, count my money like, oh god.
he puts them just out of arm's reach, and looks down at the table expectantly.
I'll toss him a gold.
Okay, he slides them over, and he looks happy now.
Okay. And then I just want to yell, "Gather around, folks! This tiny human thinks he's gonna shoot these out of the air whenever I throw them." And then I'm just gonna take the first one and just chuck it as hard as I can.
Before you do that, so I'm gonna wander up and I'm like feigning drunkenness, which is not feigning too much because I've been here for a while. And I go to like pull my gun out of the holster and I drop it on the ground, and then I pick it back up and I'm doing like one of these and I'm just like, I go.
Just fucking chuck one as fast as I can.
All right, I purposely miss. But goddamn, that never happens. Never happens to good old Barley.
I'm just too strong for him. Maybe I'll use my other hand. Okay. Grab the other one and just chuck it.
All right, I miss again. Then I drop
starting to draw the attention of a few people, but there are noticeably a few people in here who are actually roll perception, both of you.
That's a thing that I do. I've been drinking for a while, so that makes sense.
Performance anxiety.
Damn, you both rolled like trash. Never mind. You
There's
notice
only one person in here. Oh, this wasn't to fill the bar with wealthy patrons. All right.
Yeah, actually, I mean, Gengris, you're too wrapped up in the show and too wrapped up in the in the performance. Barley, you notice what? Wait, what is your D&D Beyond character sheet says Bailey?
Oh, because it's the wrong character sheet. Oops.
Wait,
He's
is it
pretty drunk.
is it actually the wrong character sheet?
It's Bailey is the level 1 human fighter from the battle outside of
Oh, right.
You mean the fucking goat?
Yeah, the goat. Yeah, my perception is the same, so I'll hold on to that roll.
Okay. So yeah, you notice that there's people gathering around. There's still some people sitting at their seats, but there are a few people starting to gather around and watch.
That's okay. I know that a small, manageable crowd is what we're looking for. So.
And just, I mean, and you were asking about the economy. Like, things are like typically priced. Like, a meal is 5 silver pieces. Just a drink is 2 silver pieces. Like, nothing is outrageously expensive. But the barkeep was just looking for payment for knowing that he was going to permanently lose some of his glasses.
Yeah.
And the holes in his walls.
Now we're outside. It's fine. I'm just shooting at the sky. Goddamn, cowman! I ain't ever missed like this before. I got. Anyone else want to play? I got this. Anyone else want to play? And I'm just like waving the gun over my head. Like if this was like a NRA video, it would be like off the charts violations.
There's a couple of people, start like, putting their coins up in the air and just trying to get the attention of gangers. Or actually, no, they're not getting the attention of gangers.
I was gonna say they figured out the grift.
Start taking their gold and just leave.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, we only get to do this once, so how many people do we get with that first pass?
3 people.
All right. How much money did they put up?
They all have just kind of handfuls of coin, and they're just waiting for you to tell them how much.
If you had to make that a gold pieces.
Yeah, it's 1 gold piece. 1 gold piece, everyone. See if you can trick old Barley. I never miss. I just fire the gun into the air again. Oops, that never happens.
So all three of them shell out one gold
Pony up
each.
1 gold. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Genghis, how many bottles do you have left? 3, right? Yeah, 'cause
I think I.
you threw 2 of
Yeah.
5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
You want to throw them? You want this big cow man to throw them for you?
Sorry, I'm getting a work thing. Give me 1 second.
Just typing out, fuck off, I have D&D tonight. Figure it out on your own.
You people and your goddamn signs. I'm tired of you.
Okay. So, what would you ask? I'm sorry.
I'd asked if they wanted to throw it or if they wanted Gangrish to throw them.
They each one of them want, they're like, yeah, I want to. I'll throw it. I'll throw it. And they each want to throw it up in the air.
Okay. They do it.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of check do you
They
want?
agree, so they do it.
They agree, so they do it.
We'll give it an attack roll, but we'll give you advantage because you're not actually hitting
in combat.
Yeah.
All right, so I shoot at the first one. I forgot I can roll with advantage in. So 24 for the first one.
You definitely hit that one.
Now the bottle has 25 AC. I'm
Trying to figure out how to change it to advantage. I can do that, right?
It is shift left. Is a hotkey for advantage.
All right. I take a shot at the second one.
Yeah.
25.
That's
a
the second one.
And then
that is a crit. You absolutely you hit that one so well that it ricochets and hits the third. I'll say.
All right.
I told you, old Barley ain't never missed before. And I grab the coins out of their hands. I don't want to go double or nothing. I can do this all day with advantage.
All the people at the bar kind of like grumbling and whatever. Can I have you both roll perception one more time?
Yeah.
Oh boy, there's someone bad here.
And do a better job of it.
Oop, hold on.
President of Lutann.
I forgot to turn off advantage. Just take the first one.
Christ. Okay.
I am only good at shooting guns. That's all I do.
Wow.
Yeah, no, you don't notice anything. Yeah, you can. Let me see. So I don't know that deleted itself. There we go. So one of them decides to stick around. The other two decide to leave. Right. But one of them's like, I'm making my money back, double or nothing. Let's go.
All right. I give him. I guess we give the bartender another glass from the bartender. I'm gonna tip him out. He's okay. And I toss the last one up, and I pull my gun out of my left hip holster, and I shoot. 19.
You do hit that one. However, as you hit that one, and your arm goes up in the air to point at it, you feel somebody grab your arm and start trying to restrain you.
Oh, a new friend for Barley. Hello, friend. What do I see when I look at this person grabbing my arm?
You see one of the town guards is
what the fuck?
wrestling you out of the bar, and you look over your shoulder and you see the barkeep has a smug look on his face, and the guard, as he's wrestling you out, he's like goddamn firearms, I hate them. It's like,
oh no,
this
is all about the smelter.
You can't be just shooting these things off in the city. You know how much damage this could do. Get a goddamn sword like the rest of us, and he starts trying to muscle you out of the bar.
Right, excuse my friend. He's a little drunk. I'll take care of him if you don't mind. If that's
too many of those beers. You know what I'm saying? I just
He's a human. He can't hold his
Well, I
liquor.
can't hold my liquor. Old
You want to
old
roll
Barley.
persuasion for
He
that?
ain't mean no harm.
Yeah, what's my persuasion?
Yeah, let Genghis take that.
Can I have advantage since he's also acting drunk?
Can I aid him with
I was
my
gonna say it
drunken
sounds like
tomfoolery?
Yeah, you can have advantage.
Okay, you said shift clicking on it is advantage?
shift left.
Shift left click.
I think that. 12.
He looks at him. He's like, I'm not gonna lock you up tonight, but this, you can't be doing this to these businesses. This poor barkeep. Just get out of here. Go somewhere else. Go home for the night.
That sounds like a great idea. Thank you, officer. I pat him on the shoulder.
He just kind of gives you a slightly forceful push out of it, but just enough to know that he means
business.
Yeah.
Get his badge number. Report it.
There's a violation of my rights as a Lutann, not citizen. That's not the right word. Vagrant. A Lutann vagrant.
I would need that body cam footage.
I did forget to mention, Will. My character is missing his right eye.
That's okay. I don't judge.
No, only as of 2 minutes ago. One of your bullets went very, very wrong.
Yeah, it actually ricocheted and took my right eye out.
I mean, that makes sense.
Damn, I'm so glad I did not go with that trait.
So I wait till the guard is out of sight, and then Gang Gris, you see me straighten up, not as drunk. That was a great idea, cowman. And I hand him 2 gold of the 5, and I take the last gold and I throw it back through the doorway at the barkeeper. It's like, that's for the glasses, fella.
I already spent money on it's fine.
It's all.
He paid him for the glasses.
It's all part of the game, fella. Don't worry about it. I wouldn't expect a big cow man. No, I gave you 2. I kept 2 and I threw 1. We had 1 extra.
But I spent 1 gold on the glasses.
Oh, there you go. You made 1 gold. It's fine. You know what? I'm not smart. What's your name, cow buddy?
Gris.
That's interesting. I ain't never seen a big cow fellow like yourself. Pa never told me about big cow people. He mentioned big lizard people and big pig people and big owl people. Never about no big cow people, though. Where you come from, big cow people?
The quarry.
Oh, I heard it's real sick there.
Yeah.
I back up and I take a step back.
It's fine. Oh, they put my hands up. They got sick long after I left. It's okay.
That's okay, big cow man. I don't judge. What you doing around here, big cow man? Why are you so far from the quarry?
Well, I've been out bounty hunting and monster hunting and, doing pretty much anything to make a buck, learning about just the world. And I get to get on a big ship and go try to help establish a lumber company.
I look you over. I go, for the Tempest Alliance? I'm going on that ship too. What an amazing coincidence. Who would have thought out of all the people in the city that we happen to be in the same bar at the same time? That's crazy. There's such low chances.
As you're saying that, you look over and the Tempest Alliance entrance is with an eye shot of the bar.
It's not that crazy. Literally the first bar that we saw.
Gangers just looks over, looks back. Mm-hmm. Big coincidence. You never happen to wear red by chance, do you?
I can't stand the color. God damn, cowman.
Okay.
All right. If you want to jump to another group, I think we.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add 2 gold to my inventory. Fuck you, yay! So far, I'm winning.
Seth, is this all city? Is Lutann all city, or is there?
I mean,
I've kind of been in the city a long time. I'm kind of restless. Is there any place for me to explore that kind of gets me Or
No.
farms?
Not really. No, I mean this is a port town. There's not really farms. They do trade. They do it's a blacksmithing town in a city in its heart because of the discoveries that were made. But yeah, there's not a lot of farm or any of that.
Can I
In my
visit?
headcanon, this is the city of Whiterun.
No one knows what that means.
Skyrim?
Except
Yeah.
except a few of you.
Yeah.
All right,
And
all of you apparently. I take it back. I'm
it's
the only one that doesn't know what that
Yeah.
means.
I never played
City,
Skyrim.
so
can I go visit the general store? Looking
He's
for a-
defeated. He needs to go drown his sorrows.
You
Are
you
you gonna run into Rodok?
you enter the general store and there is a very happy shopkeep who looks like he's counting his money.
What race is the shopkeep?
I believe I said he was Tibet. Oh no, the Tabaxi. Yeah, he's a half orc.
He's a half orc.
Finally
Okay.
sold that toilet water.
Wow.
And his name is never mind, you didn't ask his name.
I didn't ask his name. I just wanted
I actually am not
Trying to
going
get
to
this.
either.
No, it's a fucking shopkeep.
The names are important, guys.
only if they wanted him to come back in the last episode.
He so as you enter, he kind of like just quickly finishes up what he's doing. He's like, welcome. What can I get for you?
Soft one. I'm looking for a leather toolkit.
He looks at himself and he's like, soft one. Never heard that one before. What does that mean?
And I just run my claws up and down my scales.
He's just kind of like, okay. What are you looking for?
Leatherworking toolkit.
Okay. Let me see if I have. Let me see if I have that, and he kind of goes into the back.
Hiding from this overly sensual lizard folk, right?
And some
Lizard
coconut oil
folk.
in the back too.
I can't get the voice I want out
No,
of it.
you're good. It's like a ASMR D&D session. It's very soft.
Everyone's a
He
soft one to me.
he comes back out and he's like, out of all the things I have, I'm sorry, I don't have any leatherworking kits. Up in the Highborn district there are leather workers though. You might be able to find something up there, but you need some food, a bedroll, some things like that. I can get you that, but I don't have any leatherworking kits.
I just nod and turn and try to go up to the highborn section, looking for what I'm looking for.
Okay. You just going straight to a leather worker?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you describe what your character looks like?
Yes. He's about 6.5 feet tall. Lizard folk, so all scale. Just a cloak, not cloak and a loincloth. Got a club, and I would describe it as a flaming yellow mohawk going down his head. So, if I think this actually works.
That's really awesome, by the way.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Okay, cool. So you find your way into a leather worker. There are very fancy clothes. There's shoes, leather shoes. There's everything is dyed beautiful colors. Nothing looks like it's made for battle, but it all looks very, very well crafted, very well made. And you see an elf behind the counter, and she looks up and she's kind of like a little grossed out, and she's like, "Hello."
Oh, that
That was
bitch.
soft.
You tell her what's up.
And can I help you? Are you
Yes.
sure? Are you sure you're in the right place, honey? Are you supposed to be here?
Honey. I
And
see no honey.
she's kind of talking over you a little bit too.
I search for tools, leatherworking tools.
And she's kind of like, you mean like, do you want a job? Like, I'm not really sure what you want from me, honey.
No, I'd like to buy a leatherworking toolkit, soft one.
She she's like, okay. If will you leave if I give you one?
A good price, yes.
Um. She kind of like unfurls. She like looks around and looks like she's like looking for permission, but then she kind of just like unfurls this set of tools on the counter, and she's like, I don't know. I guess I don't know how much money you people carry. 3 gold, is that a good price?
You people.
I place the 3 gold on the table, pick up the tools, and may Shanti's blessing be with you, and walk out of the store.
Um. Right as you're about to walk out of the store, there is a brightly colored kobold that is walking into the store.
And nod. Actually, no,
You just
I give her
pass. You
back.
don't talk to each other. Or look at
No,
each
no,
other.
no, 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 no. I was deciding it like I bow and I like cousin.
Kobold,
The elf
what
throws
you
up.
do?
I'm gonna be like all this.
Are you guys greeting each other?
I greeted him.
Yeah, and I
called
said, Big Kobold, what you do?
No. Jesus Christ.
Beautiful.
He just called me a big kobold.
Wait, what color are you?
I'm green.
Oh.
There's a picture in Roll20. I forgot to mention in my description I'm holding a shield that looks pretty shabbily put together, like by myself. Lots of bone and leather and such, but no kobold. Lizard folk. F's.
Kobold. It's okay. Why
Can I
you
have-
in High District?
Can I have both of you roll perception while you're having this conversation?
Yes.
We are
These
inside,
birds
right?
are everywhere.
Yes.
How do I do it? Wait.
Just click on it.
Just
click it.
click on perception. The plus.
The
on
plus
your sheet.
5 or plus whatever you got. Oh, 12 really fucking sucks.
Normal roll. Aha!
There you
go. So Jode, Fs doesn't really notice this, but Jode, as you guys are having this conversation, you see the shopkeep is like visibly aggravated. Like she's like looking around. She's kind of like huffing. She's going to the door of looking outside, like she's looking for someone. Every time she opens the door, she gets aggravated and comes back in and just kind of like stares expectantly at both of you the whole time you're talking.
I guess I noticed this, and I look at her and I ask, Hi, what is your name?
What is her name? That's a good question. She's like, Dara. Are you gonna buy something?
I need colorful cloth.
She she looks at what you're wearing and she's like, I don't think you're in the right place. You probably can't afford anything in here.
Oh shit.
Kobold afford, I afford.
Yeah, I don't think he can afford it either. If you're not going to buy anything, can you leave?
I might buy.
She's like, oh, okay, and then she just kind of like sits there waiting. There's like stuff on display and
What
you know,
sort
on
of
mannequins and stuff.
All right, so what sort of, I guess, cloth attire might I find?
There's no real cloth. I mean, it's a leather worker, so there's like tunics and like chaps and
Assless.
you know,
Regular.
Assless chaps.
assless chaps is assless chaps is a redundant word. Chaps are always assless.
I feel like I'm talking to my wife. All chaps are
would
assless.
would you say that the majority of the shop is chaps? Like anything in Russian purple or whatever the hell the color was.
Is the shopkeeper wearing chaps?
Yeah, the shopkeeper is adorned in leather as well. There's no real cloth. It's a bunch of like dyed leather.
Are there tables?
I mean, yeah, there's like tables with like shoes and
Do they
like
have any
bracelets and things like
tablecloths on them?
that. Sure, why not?
Do they look somewhat ornate in any way?
I mean,
And
they're
might
just
they be purple?
I don't know. Odds or evens.
Let's go odds, because this is a very odd situation.
Good choice.
They are purple.
Let's go. I'm gonna point at one of the tablecloths and I'm gonna ask, how much?
She assumes that you're talking about the shoes on the table and goes, 75 gold pieces.
I look down at my feet and then I look at her. Say, no, for cloth.
She looks at it. She's like, "The hell are you? Like the tablecloth?"
Uh-huh.
Looks like cousin would
she's
like to buy this tablecloth.
That's no. Why are both of you in here trying to buy stuff that we don't sell?
You sold me leatherworking tools.
She
Can I have, please?
she walks over to it like really annoyed at this point and takes the shoes and the other couple things that are on it off. She rips it off like aggressively and just hands it to you and just starts like escorting, like pushing you in the back to get you out. She's like, "Okay, get out, leave now. I'm done with you
Mr.
guys."
Dara, your best shopkeep ever.
She's like, don't tell your friends. Don't. Thanks. Bye.
I tell everybody.
Epps has no friends.
She slams the door, and you can, Jode, you can, actually both of you, you can kind of hear. Sounds like she locked the door behind you.
Just like at home.
Oh. What is this group?
Oh boy.
Cousin, you have a name?
George Shrillsong.
Nice.
I'm going to take that tablecloth and adorn it on myself like a cape.
Big ass cape for a kobold.
You drag. You have
I imagine it being like one of those like
train.
round tables, like display tables, not like.
Oh
a huge
yeah.
tablecloth.
Yeah, that's exactly how I envisioned it. It was a round table with a square tablecloth.
With a single pair of
Drip.
shoes on it.
And it was like 2 feet by 2 feet.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, we're on the same page. I got you.
You guys just got kicked out of the equivalent, this world's equivalent of like Brooks Brothers.
Pretty much.
All right, we got to figure out what the lions are up to.
Also, I just realized I never explained what Jode looked like, so I'm just going to post a picture while we continue.
If
in
D&D Beyond, if you have your character up, you can just click on the thing and hit like show to players, and it will send it in.
Oh, I can
That's what
show
I
it.
did. See what I did in Roll20?
Yeah.
How do you
If
do
you
that?
go, if you're in D&D Beyond and you have your character open,
Click on the
or have-
portrait.
Click on the portrait and then hit show to players.
Yeah, display in VTT.
Yeah, that one.
I don't
I
see
go to
that.
character, I clicked on Jode, and then I see
Okay.
bio, character
I
sheet,
see
and attributes.
Hey.
There's a green button that says show to players. Or show to VTT.
I
Display in
definitely do not have that.
Indeed.
You don't have
Mine,
display in
mine
V-
isn't green.
Oh, mine's not.
If you click the little like gear icon next to your name, and it opens up the little side thingy, like right
Yep.
underneath your portrait, there's a little button that says display in VTT. It's like white and red.
Oh, that's because you haven't uploaded your character portrait into D&D Beyond.
Oh, the full portrait. Whatever.
Oh, Dean, I'm an idiot. I've been looking at Roll20 this whole time. I'm stupid.
What I no one listens to me. It's sort of fun.
It's true.
I can
Why would-
barely hear you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Am I audible?
Yes.
You are
Barely.
more audible than you were.
All right.
I think we all have you at like 200% also.
Beautiful joke. I didn't know his nails were painted. That's amazing.
Right?
Are they painted or is that just as natural colors?
They're painted. The rest of it is natural colors, but the nails are painted.
That's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Man, she slayed. Is that a paper hat?
Yes.
I love it.
Oh, did you
Look at
commission that for that? That's fucking awesome. Hell
That's
yeah.
fancy.
One of our Final Fantasy, or not even, or old WoW guild friends made it.
But I add this D&D Beyond.
Okay, so yeah, Pretos, what are you doing?
Unlike the rest of the group, he's actually going to go train somewhere because he's a fighter.
You are
So
not
he-
going to get along with the rest of us. I am also
I'm not
a
going to
fighter,
go to a
technically.
bar. I'm not going to go shopping. I just want to look for a place to either like train, like some kind of arena, like I don't know, something where I
Bum
can just
fights?
fight.
Seth, give him bum
Are you-
fights.
Are you
Allie,
yeah,
Allie was-
are you looking to fight or are you looking to train?
I mean, more train, but like I'll take what I can get situation.
Okay, yeah, so you'll in the Tempest Alliance, because it is like an adventures guild, they do have like training rooms with little like sparring dummies set up. There's people training each other. It's kind of like a communal gym, so to speak, of people coming and going and training
no,
all kinds of martial
That's
abilities.
totally Pretos' scene right there. Yeah, no, he's just going to spend all of his time in there.
So are you training by yourself, or are you trying to train with a real person?
I mean, probably like half and half. Like, certainly, I would do if people are there to spar with. Like absolutely. Like his skill set is heavily aimed at defensive stuff. So having someone who can actually like come at him to like train that is certainly beneficial.
Okay.
Did you remake
So-
your evil character, by the way? Are you going to have 25 AC?
Dear
I
Lord,
mean-
I fucking hope not.
Not in the same way, but maybe someday.
Oh, saving throws. That's so weird. Lots of saving throws. Okay. Let me see. Give me 1 second. I had a thing for this that I don't have open. Okay. So you see no, it's not what we want. There we go. So you're kind of by yourself. You're training and against one of those like I don't actually know what they're called, like the sparring dummies that have like the all the poles sticking out of it, so that you can kind of like spin it and simulate getting hit and deflecting attacks, and a actually don't even know what this race looks like. I just have been picking like what fucking weird races can I put into this. What actually are these things?
Genasi?
No.
It's a demon. 14 feet tall. Hey, you got good moves.
So you see a female warrior, kind of all dressed in scale mail, and they have a trident in hand, and they walk over to you, and they're like, she's like, "You ever get sick of just training with a dummy? Let me know, and we can go at it. We can spar."
She's hitting on you.
And you look over, and it's they have kind of like white glossed over eyes and blue skin, and it is a female Triton soldier that approaches you.
Is this just Undyne from Undertale?
Oh, you can't beat her. Don't try. You can't win.
Fuck yeah.
Just gotta
Run.
away. You gotta run.
Yeah, as soon as she talks to me, I just kind of like, bow and like step away from the training dummy and get into like a defensive posture.
As soon as you bow, she comes at you with an attack.
Oh fuck yeah! Let's do it.
Before you can even really like step away.
She's like, I'm so into this.
Next check.
Let me see.
So it's like, I got this up in roll 20. Here we go. I knew you were gonna fight this random Triton.
My character's just gonna die in the very first like training.
Roll initiative.
Tritons fight to the death.
So she kind of like raises her polearm over her head and goes to hit you with it, and does a 12 hit.
That does not hit.
She kind of like stops, like obviously impressed, like stops like right as she hits you, and she just kind of like nods and continues the the training session with you and continues sparring with you.
And just for clarification for everyone else, like Pretos uses like a shield and like a morning star, and so he's armored.
Can you make an attack roll?
Sure.
I would assume you are also going to be
20.
You kill her.
I kill her.
The blood of the innocent.
I'm hopefully using like a training baton or something.
So you do. She tries to deflect the hit with trying to like wrap the morning star around the polearm, but she doesn't quite do the move she wants to, and she gets hit, and you kind of knock her on her ass, and she looks up and she smiles and she's like, you ever think about joining any real fights? Anything with a little bit higher stakes?
First real fight club is
Always fight for money.
I've played Final Fantasy. This is the arena mission. Collect
So
your team.
This is Squid Game is what's happening here. She
just-
came and started slapping me.
Have you ever wanted to play children's games with real stakes? We got the place for you.
How would you define higher stakes?
Oh my god, Chris is doing a voice. I'm so excited.
She's like, I might know some people who know some people who know some people, and might be able to make a little coin from taking those skills and putting them to application. Does that sound like something you might be interested in?
As long as we can get it done in the next 2 days.
She's
I got another job.
It's like we can get it done tonight.
Oh shit!
Oh boy.
So she leads you kind of not to say that the Tempest Alliance is like the nice part of town, but for the lowborn part of the city, it is less shitty than the rest. But she takes you deeper into the lowborn area, and she leads you into a building that looks all but abandoned, and there's like people standing around. They're kind of like peering into the windows. There so many people there that they're like overflowing out the front door, and she's like she as soon as she steps up, she's instantly recognized, and somebody lets her in, and she's like out of the way. I got some new blood here, out of the way. And she leads you into a room where there are people who are doing exactly what Will had called and doing bum fights essentially.
I knew it. It always leads to bum fights.
That's true. So you walk in and it just stinks. It smells like there are, the floor looks like it's worn away. Like this, people have been doing this for years. There's dirt and dust and grime all over everything. There's the floor is stained with blood. But nobody has any weapons out. So everybody, as you walk in, they kind of hear you clinking around. Everybody kind of goes silent and stares at you. And she says, she's like, "Wow, what's your name again? What's your name again, kid?"
Kid. Pritos.
She's like, "Yeah, Pritos, you gotta leave your weapons over there. This isn't that kind of fighting. I may have neglected to tell you that, but you'll be fine."
Does it actually like look like if I leave all my shit on the floor, someone's gonna like it's gonna stay there? Like no one's gonna walk off with it?
I mean, there's a lot of people there, and there's a lot of shit laying around. Like, it's kind of like you walk into your friend's house for like a sleepover, and they all have their backpacks in a pile by the door. It's kind of like that.
All right.
It's a hardcore show, right? Like y'all are, in the same group. There's shit everywhere.
I mean, are there hoodie rats? I don't understand. Like,
I'll doff my armor and shield and stuff and put them in the corner.
Great word.
Okay.
It takes him 20 minutes per the PHB.
A little help here.
yeah. As you're doing that, a couple fights have passed, and she says, when you can take your time, but this event only happens once a week, so if you're leaving in a couple days, you got to do it tonight. But you see that guy over there, he's the bookie. You talk to him, he'll sign you up, and you can. I know you do well. I'll be betting on you for sure, and send you over to talk to the bookie. If you want to.
I'm super excited to learn about Pritos and if he would engage in bum fights. I feel like this is a huge moment.
No, this is the question.
I feel like this is like the Spider-Man origin story where he goes to the wrestling thing to get his first
Macho Man Randy Savage.
What's your name?
So yeah, he just so I'm at the bookie. So what is the structure of the tournament?
Tournament? This isn't no tournament. You fighting or you placing a bet?
I just want to know more about what's going on here in the first place.
Well, if you want to fight, pay you 3 gold coins. You fight. You win. You win or lose. It doesn't matter. You take home your 3 gold coins. If you want to bet as much as you want. Odds are placed at the for each bout depending on the way I see fit. But it depends. Are you looking to fight? He kind of eyes you up and down. He's like, you look like a fighter, right? He's like, you definitely don't have coin.
You both.
Wow, rude.
We're in the city is so rude. I don't understand.
This is the rude ass city that all you made.
The rudest city. I don't understand. Was it all the crime and guns that we introduced? The basic human resources that we denied them? Is that what led to this terrible city?
It's all the lack of... We just need to find...
You know what it is? It's a lack of humans. That's what it is. They all moved out and all you fucking terrible beings turned to whatever this is.
So is it obvious, like looking at the people in this room, like who are the fighters and who are not?
For the most part, yeah. Like they all look like just like your typical like brawler. Nobody here looks like professional in any way. It's just just random kind of riffraff who've come back here. The people who are betting, like there's people who look richer than others, but for the most part, they're all like regular people, regular townsfolk.
Yeah, I guess I'll be signing up to fight then.
All right.
Oh
And he
boy.
hands you a quill and has you jot your name down, and he gives you your bag. He's like, all right, when I call you, can be wherever, but when I call you, I expect you to be in the ring. All right. We're running a business here, buddy.
It's
And
not.
so after probably you showed up pretty late to this, so after probably an hour or so of watching, you're talking with the Triton, who you never got her name, and just talking about the different fighters and um, just observing everything. The bookie. Give me 1 second to pull up your opponent here.
It's gonna be like an armored tortoise with like natural shell on his
That
back.
is
No,
not true. It is going to be a
it's an ogre.
hobo. No, it is a hobo from the city. You are going to beat to death.
Make an unarmed strike. Wait a minute, you're letting him be a monk again.
Lol.
My unarmed strikes have claws, by the way. I get to add my strength modifier.
Oh shit!
Modifier. I mean, I can just not.
You're going to murder. We understand.
Like, I can keep
Listen,
my
this is
claws
not
in.
kick puncher. Set the precedent right now. You murder. That's what you do.
I mean, I spider hunt people to the walls who insult me, so.
Yeah, I like how Ye didn't get picked up by the guards. I shoot a few bottles, some minor grifts.
To be fair, webbing is very quiet.
That guy's just still stuck there right
gunshots
now
are
because no
loud?
one's.
Typically.
Literally, no one goes in that shot. So that guy's just still stuck there right now, like all night long.
It's only good for a minute, unfortunately.
Yeah, you Spider-Man that guy in the face.
So you after a couple hours, you're called up to the arena. The bookie, he is definitely not a like a showman at all. He is 100% there to make money. So when he calls you, he's like, Pretos, you're up, and you're fighting Malados over there. And he points over at a kind of like a middle-aged looking tiefling.
Oh no.
Tiefling.
I just like to state that for the record, every time I've ever tried to do any kind of tournament style thing in D&D, I've just always like rolled like ones constantly. So this will be fun.
All right.
It's your turn to crit.
Are you
now.
going to get
It's your
beat
turn
up by
to
someone who's middle-aged? My God,
A
the
middle-aged
ultimate
tiefling.
embarrassment.
If I know to the death tune, I'm just gonna bleed out, and you guys will just never. We were supposed to have 6 people in this expedition. We
Okay, so you go, I assume, into the ring with the middle-aged tiefling.
Also,
You said
tieflings
there's a
are-
lot of people in here, so the room is like really hot. I'm already just like sweat. I mean, I guess cats don't. Do Leonin sweat, or would they only like sweat their nose like a regular? This is the real.
My cat used to pant, so are you a panting cat?
I'm just in there panting.
Also, tieflings live 150 years, so this is a 75-year-old tiefling.
No, they live a lot longer than that, don't they?
I just looked up. It's 150. I mean, that's what the top result in Google said, and I trust it with every fiber of my being.
I don't think that's true. Now I need to look it up. No, yeah, this just says then the thing. So the generator that I made says that it's a 220-year-old male tiefling.
So it is like the great grandpa of like he's down in his luck.
You're gonna punch the soul out of that man.
No, he's still middle aged. We're not using that anyway.
You guys like fucking
So
tough
Seth
shit.
is using fastcharacter.com, I'm assuming.
Nope, I am not actually.
Google spreadsheet, random number generator with a VLOOKUP table for race.
So he's even though like this isn't like a show or anything, like people are here to like make money. He's like looking at the crowd. He's like raising his hands up. He's like, come on, and he's like, cheer for me. But he's like, all my adoring fans here. Like nobody's paying attention to him. And like one person kind of looks up and he's like, hell yeah, and he squares up against you. So yeah, can you roll initiative against Malados the Tiefling?
7.
All right.
God, I'm so fucked.
You're getting your bad rolls out of the way. It's fun.
No, there's
Um,
all these are gonna be the bad rolls.
all right. Let's see.
Punch.
I'm doing these privately so that you don't see this. All
Oh,
right. How does a 7 feel against your AC?
With all my armor off, it misses.
All right. So he's showboating and he squares up and he quickly runs at you and takes one big swing as hard as he can and just completely whiffs it past your head.
Never haymaker. Haymakers are terrible.
So attack roll, unarmed strike.
Mhm.
14.
Yes, a 14 hits.
Nice. I am not going to have my claws out. That feels like too
Okay.
much.
Okay.
So 4 bludgeoning damage.
All right. He as he runs and swings past you, kind of leaves himself open. You take that opportunity to take a jab at him, and he kind of like takes a step back after he takes the hit, and he's like, kind of looks at you like wide-eyed, like, oh shit, and he comes running at you with another attack. Oops, that was supposed to be private, but a 7 again. All right.
Well, an 8. So
You'll never know that tiefling was supposed to kill you with that attack if it was private.
And yeah, no, an 8 definitely does not hit. So you exchange blows one more time. That's not how you do that. And how's an 11?
it meets, it beats.
All right. He does 2 points of damage, and you'll get one more roll.
Oh my god.
And then 8 does not hit. So after the fight goes on for a while, the bookie he steps in. He's like, all right, time to declare a winner. And he kind of like looks at you and
You're both
actually,
out.
can you roll perception?
Sure. Nope.
Oh no.
Literally none of us can roll perception today.
All right. He your arm and like throws it into the air, and he's like, Pritos is taking down Malados, and he's like thanks kid, and just goes back to doing what he's doing.
Is Malados is still there, right? Like both of us just suck shit, so we look fine.
Yeah. He's got like a couple bruises but maybe a fat lip, but nothing.
Like a handshake or something.
Um.
I don't know what the customs are, but I would go for a handshake.
Put your claws out.
He grabs me and he's like, "Good show, buddy. Thanks for the fight," and then walks away.
That's nice. Oh, I like this now. I like fighting random old people.
Middle aged.
He's gonna go out and do it in real life right now.
So after a little while, you see the Triton come back, and she's like, "You made me a lot of money, thanks, buddy." And she's like, anytime you want to come back, she's like, I'll find you at the guild. She's like, I think we could make some serious dough down here.
You know where to find me.
And she kind of like disappears into the crowd. And you're free to do what you want to do now.
Watch more bum fights, obviously. I gotta analyze everyone's strategies, see what their strengths and weaknesses are. The biggest strategy right now seems to just be punching, but you never know.
Are you gonna just stay and just watch basically for the night until you get bored and leave?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, does anyone else have anything that they want to do on?
Can I also just state I currently have now made the most gold of everyone here. So
Sure.
Chris
It's
wins.
very fair.
We didn't know how much that tablecloth I got is worth though.
You're
And it was free.
That's
You're
true.
No, it's liquid money. I'm sorry, your assets are worth nothing.
I did start with an extra 5 gold from one of my backgrounds that I chose, though. So
Got that going.
This is
for
about
me.
what you could earn on day one.
Exactly.
Oh.
Everything on day one is, it sets up for the rest of it.
I want to turn to prostitution.
Who is into big cow fucking? Because that is a niche that we want to explore in this town.
No, definitely not.
I would like
I
to
can-
start playing my instrument.
God damn, I'll pimp for you.
All right. So
Paul told me about big cow fucking.
we're done. So I did say it was 3 nights. I will, in the interest of just moving it on, unless somebody else has
Night
anything.
1 took an hour and 42 minutes. Seth is like,
Yeah.
I did not plan for that.
I didn't, but I'm
Chatty-
actually really. I
chatty
did not plan for it,
motherfuckers.
but I'm really happy that everybody did stuff. So that's cool.
I just want it noted that in my notes for Chris's thing, it just says Leonin beats up middle-aged tiefling.
Fair enough.
I would just change middle age to 75-year-old tiefling. It really strikes to the heart of this event.
I put 220 as per Seth.
Does anyone have any other stuff that they wanted to do before the meeting at the docks on the
Does there
day
seem
of the
to
journey?
be?
Yes.
Is there any magical libraries or anything in this port town?
Oh my god, it's Ezekiel come again.
Not that you can find or that you're aware of.
Okay. All right. So that
There are, but just not for you.
Can I hit the long rest button then?
Okay.
Before the long rest button, I would like to cast Goodberry.
Oh shit.
Am I with you?
Yeah, I think because we're same guild, I'm assuming we didn't get enough time to talk regularly, but we talked and we realized we're going to the same place.
Oh, I just want to know if I'm with you when you cast Goodberry.
Sure.
I kind of look longingly at those berries.
I and you too.
They're 2,000
kinda-
calories each. Watch out.
I kind of snatch them from your hand, and I kind of look at them like
Don't
they're
eat
like
them all.
mysterious gold.
We'll save your life one day.
What tastes like?
No taste.
Why have?
Sustenance and healing. They last for 24 hours before I can make more.
It
Save
go
it.
away after 24 hours?
Disappear.
I give them back to you.
Hey.
I want to go buy 10 feet of chain.
Are you going to attach your weapon to a chain? Is this like
No.
your signature move?
Nope,
Oh my
it's not
god.
that. I promise.
Okay.
You do it.
So you walk into a general store, and the gentleman behind the counter who has greeted everyone in the past, he is like, yeah, how can I help you, buddy?
I need 10 foot of chain, and how does rope come? It's 20 foot, right? Oh, that's not
50
what's
feet.
showing up. I need 10 foot of chain and 50 foot of rope.
Okay. Chain, that'll be 1 gold piece. And your rope, we'll throw everything together. We'll call it 1 gold piece for the chain and the rope together.
Appreciate it. Yeah, that's it. That's all I want to do.
Life
Okay.
is a lot easier when you don't have to deal with copper and silver.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
much easier.
Yeah. I mean, those things exist, but I'm just if you pay for something in silver, it's essentially free. I don't care. Yeah. If it's as cheap as silver, it's more for RP
Alright.
than it is for anything else.
Right.
So, just as a side question,
Mhm.
are there light crossbows made here without wood? I mean, not that I have the gold for it anymore, but I'm just curious.
I hadn't thought about that.
Can
I would say
get myself
yes.
a steel
The-
or a bronze plated
They're
crossbow?
called firearms.
But I'm not proficient in them.
God damn, you want a gun?
Um,
I'm looking for a more silent option, if possible, more delicate.
I
And
would
We
I
need a
feel
say.
like
silencer.
chef-
Got it.
I mean, in
Oh, I got
your
a silencer. Here you go.
in your few day search since you've been here, you do not find something that is a non-wooden crossbow.
Okay.
Am I able to find the Triton woman again? I would like to get her name at some point.
I need to add it to my notes.
She kind of just came back and was like, thanks for the money, bye. And then it's like,
I mean, you didn't ask her name. She's doing business.
Yeah.
We'll say you asked her name before she left. Her name was Molten, Moltyn.
That's mighty strange that a denizen of the deeps would be named after fire.
Hey man, where do you think islands come from? Underground molten volcanoes. Pretos definitely knows this information.
Yeah. Desert Catman knows lots about the ocean. Okay. Anybody else
That's all water. No.
before we move on?
Embark.
Okay.
So I only know of you gentlemen and lizards by reputation. Perhaps you have heard of me, Great Wizard Rodok. Yes?
No. Absolutely not.
Also, like,
I-
where are we staying during this time? Sorry, not to interrupt.
So you're staying at the guild hall. They have room and board for
Like
relatively
dorm
cheap.
rooms.
Yeah.
And food?
It is simply astonishing that in this land devoid of the blessings of magic, that one such as myself, and I do my fireworks display around that emblazons Rodok into the air above my head, that my name has not carried.
So if you're in the adventure guild, I'm gonna say one of the other guild members. He looks over, and as soon as he does that, he runs over and he's like, hey man, watch where you do that. What are you doing? And he's kind of like talking under his breath. He's like, you trying to get yourself killed, buddy?
Oh, no one takes this trick seriously. Everyone thinks I'm doing parlor trades for a silver here and a silver there. They couldn't tell the true magic if it came and bit them in their asses.
He's like, man, I knew I had a friend. Maybe he wasn't a friend. I had there was this buddy up my mind. This guy I knew. He used to do magic in public too, and he got suicided, man. He was found dead. Everybody said it was a suicide, but I know it wasn't. I know that didn't happen. He definitely, somebody's after him. So be careful where you do that, man. You don't want to put a target on your back. Just looking out for fellow guild member.
Well, I thank you for your concern, and what might your name be? As you can see, I am Rodok.
Great. His name is my name's Finn.
Fucking Christ.
And he as you do that, he like grabs your arm out of midair and holds it. And he's like, dude. He's like, I don't know if I can. If you're gonna do this, I don't know if I can talk to you, buddy. He's like, I'm trying to help you out, but just take my advice. And he is a male wood elf named Finn.
It's because Rodok is too fabulous with his light show name.
It's like a nameplate right over my head.
All right.
Okay, so Anyway, I turn back to my party members. So, tell me about yourselves. Surely, and then I whip out my scroll again. I believe a few of you may have been recipients of this invitation.
So I'm sorry, we're at the guild hall, Seth.
We're in the guild hall.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, it's pretty safe to say that, spending 3 nights there, you guys have. This isn't your first mission there. Like, you guys have kind of come in contact with each other before. You may not have necessarily talked and befriended each other, but you definitely recognize each other from this. And unless you're keeping it a secret, any one of you, for any reason, it definitely would have come up that you're on a similar job.
I mean, I assume it's like fairy tale where you've seen the same uber armored people pick up bounty board notes.
Basically, yeah.
I'm more of a nod when you pass in the hallway kind of guy than a kind of guy.
Ate some water. Keep talking. I'll be right back.
Entertain yourselves.
No, I can hear you still.
Goddamn, I can't wait to go on this boat. Pa always told me that boat rides were so much fun. I ain't never been on a boat before, which is crazy, right? Because we're on an island. So you think that I would have been on a boat to get here, but I'm pretty sure that I slept the whole way here. I had a few too many drinks on the way, but I'm super excited to get on this next boat for sure. Are you guys excited?
So you act different when you're sober?
I don't rightly know. It's been so long.
Since I've been sober.
Finn looks over at you guys.
The drink keeps the bad people away.
Finn looks over at you guys and he's like, "The hell you mean you never been on a boat?" And he points over at Joe and he's like, "He's been telling me about how you guys got here on a boat together." He's like, "What the hell is that all about?"
I don't rightly remember that story. I mean, Joe's always telling us that we've been on a boat, but I don't. I done forgot.
I look at Jode.
Jode, can you spin us up a tale, Jode?
We're screwed.
Little drinking music. Come on, off the cuff. Come on, Josh. What can you do?
I got you.
I pull out my guitar. Hold on.
Big water. I can't hear the guitar.
Oh, really? Oh, no.
Yeah.
I can't pick it up.
Once was man from big water, he's still not come from Cobalt.
That's a terrible song, Jode. I don't appreciate it.
It's an ugly made of wood. Don't know where it came from.
The one of the people who work at the guild, he looks over, he's like, "Hey, I thought I told you, quit singing."
2 gold. I'll shut up for 2 gold.
Jode, I have to say, goddamn, do I love your new outerwear? Is that a Russian purple? I see. It's fantastic.
I think so.
It's
Dara give.
it's
She
gosh-
liked me so much she give.
It's gosh darn beautiful. She must have really liked you.
She no like big kobold though.
I pat F's on the back. You can't win them all, buddy. I understand.
Because why kobold so big? It made no sense.
Yeah, I'm sorry, big kobold?
Why are you so big, big kobold? Pa never told me why kobolds come in so many different sizes. I don't rightly understand.
I look
believe
like a
he
kobold?
is a lizard, not a kobold. See, kobolds come
I mean, kobolds are
from the
lizards, son. That's just basic mathematics.
Yeah.
Hi,
You
Sierra.
should know this.
Kobold derive their genealogy from dragons. Okay, they may look similar, but and then I begin to pull down the run my fingers down F scales. Clearly, you can see the scaling formation. It's very different. See, these are round scales, and I pick up Jode. You see, these scales are triangular. Well, to the commoner's
Actually, pick
eye.
me up.
First of all,
He touched me.
Pa told me
I bite his
everything,
hand.
and Pa definitely told me about
I bite his hand.
harassment claims in the workplace, and this is clearly a harassment claim. I mean, I feel like I gotta go to HR. Is there HR here?
Seriously, how much is the damage roll for biting a hand?
Finn the whole time is just like nodding,
Yeah.
he fully is invested in this description. like he's learning something. He's paying like extra attention.
Listen, we don't need any prompts. I can take this, and we got here we go. And tell me about goddamn lion people. What's going on with the lion people? You look angry. Are you angry, lion person? You got some blood on your hand. I'm not gonna ask any more questions about that though.
Sierra is dying laughing at your voice right now. So you can hear it through my headset.
I mean, should we be worried about the whole blood situation? Is that a thing that we need? I'm not worried, but the big kobold, he looked worried as hell. Look at his face.
No.
All right.
He no big kobold. He no come from dragons, so nobody care about him.
No one cares. That wizard doesn't know it. I mean, Pa told me that big kobold. He's right. He's a big kobold.
Lizard folk. Lizard folk.
Kobold.
I seen a lizard, son. They tiny as hell. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, we're gonna wrap this up.
I cast
I feel
burning
like
hands.
if I don't railroad you guys right now, then you're never getting there.
No, we're never leaving. We like this place.
I can't believe Will has been holding this in for 2 years.
True. Okay, so we'll say dawn of day 3 arrives, and it is this is the day that you were
Wait,
expecting.
how much money did I
I?
make from not singing?
None.
Gold.
Nobody wants to pay you, but they just want to complain the whole time.
Fair.
Dawn of the third day.
I sang a
Majora's
lot
Mask.
then.
Yeah. So it's early morning. The sun's just coming up. You're going down by the docks. You can still kind of see like a light mist over the ocean. And the docks are busier than any part of the city. There are people going to and fro, loading, unloading. There's kind of rudimentary cranes that are like lifting cargo in and out of boats. And you manage to find your relatively small boat being loaded with, what looks like sawmill supplies. There's, saws, there's like clamps, there's like wheelbarrows, there's all the supplies to basically start up a lumberyard, word I'm looking for.
Seth, can
Logging
I
camp?
ask you real quick?
Logging,
How
thank you.
far into that description did you realize that you don't actually know what sawmills need to perform their work?
Right when I started.
They had saws and those other things that people use.
And, exactly.
Just saws of every size, yeah.
Yeah, saws and mills. So you managed to find your boat, and you're not really sure kind of like what the protocol is, because you've never really been on a mission like this before, but you kind of I don't know, what do you guys do at this point? Are you guys
I immediately walk up to the boat and try to get on.
Damn it, you beat me
Holding
to
my
it. I was just
paper.
gonna walk.
Holding my paper, that's all I'm doing.
Waving
so
your
there's
fantastic purple cloak around.
So there's a mixture of people on the boat. There's some that look like they're like deckhands, some that look like they're they're not really like working the boat so much as they are like, packing materials and stuff, and those, are like the workers that are being ferried up to the forest. And nobody pays attention to you. Nobody even like stop. Everybody is moving like so fast, and they're so preoccupied with their own work that they don't even take a second to look at you.
Great. I go below deck and find a room.
Okay, so as soon as is everybody following, or is Joe just
I
going
was
by himself?
I was walking
flashed
onto
my
the boat, but that was about as far as I'm not going below deck. I was going to try to talk to someone, find someone in charge, maybe.
I flash my papers and I follow Joe to the undercarriage.
Fancy wizard, why don't you do that thing with your fingers again? That got some attention.
I was told that would be a bad idea. Why don't we leave Doc first before we draw any more attention? Apparently, it's a bad thing.
You always do what you're told, Fancy
I was
Pants.
gonna say that. Thank you for beating me to it.
Let me spell it out to you.
I don't get it. I don't get it as much as I should.
Us. So if we do things to upset the guards will hit us. Hitting us is bad.
They don't.
So
They don't
I'm
like
gonna go
goblins?
this way.
We're not in the city anymore. We're on a boat.
The boat's on the dock.
The
That is
boat
factually
is
correct.
attached to this dock right here.
So as you guys are, having this discussion and kind of like flashing your papers, like third or fourth person who does it as they get on the boat, like one of the people who are working about one of the deckhands just looks like annoyed. He's like, "Can you guys? I think you guys need to see the captain. He's below deck. He's in his quarters. Just go check in with him. Have you guys? Never mind. Yeah, just go below deck."
I'm already ahead of the game.
I go below deck, following my kobold cousin.
I look at Af's like, yeah, that's what I thought.
I throw the hobgoblin off the side of the goblin.
So below deck, you are easily able to find the captain's quarters. They're just pretty much the first thing. That's a kind of a larger door. It's very obvious, and the door is open to the captain's quarters.
Hey, Captain,
I
all right,
go
let's
in.
make this business deal happen.
Wow.
All right. And he, as soon as you get in, the captain looks up from his paperwork, and he's like, you guys here, you guys are the muscle, right?
Yeah.
And
I prefer to think
No.
myself as the brains, but not the brawn.
I've got
Yeah.
eight strength.
Oh no.
No talk. No
Yeah,
talk.
I got
He's
8
like,
strength
muscle.
too. I'm not very strong. Guns ain't weight, but a little bit.
Yeah, we're the protection. That's who we are.
Yeah, muscle brains doesn't matter. You're the protection. That's right.
We're not that smart too.
And
For yourself.
he gets each of your names and looks down at the paper and checks you off on the manifest, and he looks back up and he's like name's Robert, Captain Robert, and he's like and your bunk is down on the bottom deck, and just escorts you down there. Kind of shows you the layout. We'll actually do this.
Robert, is that long for Bob? Can I call you Ship Captain Bob?
Captain Bobby.
I'd rather you didn't, but if you have to, then you have to. But while you're on this boat, the name's Robert, Captain Robert.
Okay, Bob. No problem.
So move over to the boat. So he shows you. Everybody able to see it?
Four boats.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's like essentially like layers.
Yep.
So he shows you down to the very, very bottom. You pass some like kind of like nicer areas, but he's like most of my crew's up here, and all you and all the passengers sleep down here. And he shows you each. There's 2 people to a room, and there's enough room for you to just kind of like.
Whoa. As he is showing us these rooms, I would like to ask,
Oh, great Captain Robert. Surely we can have better living quarters than this.
And he's like, living quarters? What? This is a boat.
I saw those rooms upstairs. We should have some of those rooms.
Yeah, you know who sleeps in those rooms? It's my crew.
You know,
I trust them with my life, and they get treated as such.
You know who
We're
keeps
the
your
muscle.
crew
We're
alive?
here for your life.
I would
Yeah.
like to roll a persuasion to have at least a shot at getting some better rooms if I can.
Go for it.
Let's go.
Before he does that, I tap him on the shoulder and give him guidance.
Ugh. As
What does
a DM,
guidance
my
do?
least favorite thing.
Guidance is plus.
I also
Plus-
guidance
plus
myself
1d4.
for no reason because I also have guidance.
So we're at the very bottom of the boat, Seth.
Yep. Did that roll even go through?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, there we go. Oh, I got a crit. Who
That's
cares?
Nat 20. Yeah.
God fucking damn it.
and a plus D4 to that.
We all they put bunk beds in the captain's room. We all hang out there.
I technically have advantage, by the way, but
He goes up and he kind of like looks and he's like, all right. You know, I don't really like Jimmy that much anyway, so we'll send him down. We'll send him down to the to the common rooms, and you can have his room for now. But I ain't giving anybody else no special treatments. Don't even ask.
I bow and I say, "Thank you, oh great Captain Robert."
He's like, and he looks and he sees you. You're he sees you carrying instruments and everything. He's like, you know, at night the crew gets kind of bored. You know, you're gonna be able to play him some music. You know that we at least got to have this. We got to trade here.
I give a devilish smile and say, "Of course."
Good luck stopping them.
So
Captain Robert, these rooms are fantastic, and I take my pants off and I walk into one of the rooms.
So on the
different room immediately.
on this floor, he shows you this room right here. The one right next to the kitchen, and he gives that room to you, Jode. The others, I guess one of you has your own bunk that you're going to share with one.
It's probably me.
The deckhands.
Thus,
Share with Jimmy.
the pants taking off. Yeah, I'll share with Jimmy.
Yeah. So he. Let's see. Is he a dwarf? Weirdly enough, Jimmy is a human.
Oh.
I don't like putting two humans together.
Jimmy the hero. Jimmy the sailor hero.
And he so after a few minutes you see Jesus fucking Christ.
We see Jesus fucking Christ. God damn, my Lord and Savior, what are you doing on this boat?
You see Jimmy come down and he's like looking through the rooms, like he doesn't actually know which one is his room now, and he finally finds the one with Barley in it, and he goes,
Pantsless.
Man. Like,
come on in, son, the water's fine.
And he's like, can you at least wear pants? We gotta share this room.
Captain Bobby told me this is a pants optional room. I don't know what to tell you.
I know he didn't tell you that. Please, just put your damn pants back on.
I don't understand, son. It's a beautiful human body. You gotta embrace it. You just gotta embrace it.
Can you at least face the wall when you sleep?
Son, I gotta watch out for danger. I'm the muscle. I know that we're way down here at the bottom of the boat, and that the danger's not gonna come down here. But I gotta be ready.
So he immediately leaves and he goes over and finds somebody else's room, and he's like,
he can triple up with someone else.
He's like, I like, you're right. I don't know if having two humans together is a good idea. One of you guys want to swap with me to spread out the human presence down here? And he's asking like all of you.
I'll take him.
No, I'll do it.
Anything to not be with the wizard. I'm good.
It's like thank God, and then he starts like just putting his his belongings down, and most of his belongings are still up in the room that Jode's sleeping in, but just like
they're mine now.
I was gonna say those are Jode's belongings. Oh, this is what we're doing now.
Yeah, it's Cat City.
Oh, it's cat time.
There we go.
I had to fight her.
She was in my lap.
She was not thrilled with me, like disturbing her at all.
She's pissed at me now. She was like, I was in your lap. I was warm. I was comfortable. You asshole.
Zima does not like being held.
yeah, so you get settled into your bunk, and everybody is all the a couple of the crew for the lumberjacks, so to speak, were coming down. They're setting their stuff up. You're kind of greeting with everybody, and uh, you don't really see Captain Robert for the rest of the morning. He's busy doing captain things. But yeah, so the rest of the day, the rest of the morning kind of goes by uneventfully until um, at some point you can start hearing like shouting coming up from the deck, and you kind of know that they're getting ready to shove off and set sail.
Come sail away, come sail. Oh.
Farewell,
Sail
land.
away with me, lads.
Sail
Um,
away.
So to start the journey, pretty much everybody's on deck. A lot of these, um, the workers, they've never really been on a boat before, so a lot of them are in awe. Some of them are getting sick, and they're just generally getting in the way of the deckhands, who are getting annoyed and trying to get them to go back downstairs, but nobody's really listening. They're kind of just too enthralled with just being on a boat on the open ocean and seeing everything. So,
I think I know how to get them down.
what are the players doing on the first day of the journey? And it's going to take about 3 days to get out to the from where you're at up to the forest.
I am probably rummaging through the things in the room that I have taken,
Mhm.
and also, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay.
If there's anything shiny, I would like to know about it.
I mean, there's no real like money or anything like
No, it
that, but
doesn't have to be valuable, just shiny.
there's uh there's like knickknacks, there's like a necklace, there's just random personal effects, nothing really of note though.
I put the necklace to the side. I don't take it, but I put it to the side.
Okay.
I'm playing the bottle shooting game. There's no guards here, so I feel like it's much more effective. I'm not looking for money. I'm just entertaining the crew.
Any chance?
After you shoot your first shot, the captain comes down. He's like, "Are you insane? Like you trying to sink this boat?"
Abso-goddamn-lutely.
And he's like, if you don't stop that, then I'm gonna have to throw you in the lockup. He's like, we cannot have you shooting that
I,
that
I,
stupid gun.
I'm feeling persecuted right now. I feel like this world does not appreciate my superior gunplay, and I don't appreciate it, Captain Bobby. I just want to shoot my gun. I'm shooting up. I'm not gonna hit the boat. I'm shooting up in the air. How could I possibly hit the boat?
Dang it, Bobby.
He he's like, absolutely not. He's like, and if you can't follow the rules, then we're dropping you off in Toln on the way by.
I reluctantly holster my gun.
He's like, you seem like good people, but I got a ship to run. I got people to pay. I got mouths to feed. That can't happen.
You got a lot of pressure, Captain Bobby. I understand.
Yeah.
I'd like to talk to Jimmy any chance I get, quietly, not to bug him, just to see if he knows about where we're going, why we're
Someone who's doing
aboard.
quest stuff. Chris, good job.
Yeah. So Jimmy has a map very similar to this one, and he kind of draws a line for you with his finger, and he's like, we start in Lutann, and we're gonna head south around through through like the inlet here, and if when we're going by it, we'll be there in a couple hours. But as we're going by it, if you look over to like the forest over there, sometimes there's these crazy looking birds flying by. Uh, but just I've never seen them before. It's the only place I ever see them, but it's wild, man. But then we'll keep going. We'll go by Toln. We'll probably go by Panacea, but it'll probably be dark out by then. But there's really not much to see there anyway. It's kind of just ruins now, and then then it's nothing but open waters until we get to the forest. at least where they say the forest is. I've never been up there myself. And he's like, I don't know. I don't know if I buy it. It's like, who knows if they're saying, what's up there, but that's what they tell us.
What have you heard about us? And why we're here?
I mean, you're just from the Tempest, right?
Yes.
I mean, I don't know. You probably need to help them fight off bears, or there's whatever else in the woods. I mean, that's what's in the other forest, so it's got to be
Thanks,
bears
Chris
up in that one
Burgundy.
too, right? He was like who knows? Maybe other crazy stuff happens up there, but I don't know. We just need to make sure that the workers can set up safely and set up, and start building their logging camp. And once they have that set up, then maybe they can build boats. And he starts like getting wide eyed. He's like, they can build boats and houses and maybe even a whole city up there. And he starts like getting real excited about it.
That's all the information I'm gonna get out of
I'm
him.
picturing like Jimmy and F are like laying in bed like this, just staring at each other. What do you think? What do you think about the forest?
They're laying on their stomach with their feet up in the air, like kicking them back and forth.
I give Jimmy a good berry. If you ever get hungry, eat this.
He just eats it right away. He's like, man, they don't ever feed me enough food here.
Yo, me taking his fucking place is the best thing ever for him.
Yeah.
He gets food, he gets
Jimmy's
company.
I want to find the biggest guy and challenge him to an arm wrestling contest.
Oh boy.
I accept. Wrong character. Sorry.
We'll say you look around, and weirdly, the biggest guy there is not one of the crew, but he is one of the lumberjacks who is set up to go out there. So he gladly accepts your challenge. He is very bored waiting for this journey to, the novelty of sailing on the ocean faded quickly as it just turned into ocean in every direction.
Okay.
So you want to have an arm wrestling match against Enengod?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll ask him what are the stakes?
Pride.
He
this full adventures gambling
Like
now.
every Final Fantasy game.
Slaps down a gold piece on the table.
Okay. Yeah. I'll slap one down and put my arm up.
Okay. He puts his arm up too. We'll just do a contested strength roll.
Are they doing this on the bottom deck?
Not save, but just a regular roll. Oh shit, you're fucked.
Oh, I don't know if it matters. I think
strength save has like your saving added into it, so it'd be just a straight strength.
What has your proficiency if you are trained in strength saving throws?
Yeah.
Also, you may want to rage. Just
wait, is it athletics?
No, just if you click on just the strength
modifier. Yeah.
Up at the top.
Just D20 plus strength mod.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever my roll was, so
you can re-roll since it was
okay.
Also terrible.
Are they doing this on the bottom deck?
Not in the bottom deck, but they're doing it in kind of like the common quarters, which is right outside your room.
I am watching.
So
I can't reach.
How far away from the kitchen are they?
They're like right outside the kitchen in those in those tables.
Okay. I would like to do a thing afterwards then.
Here, we'll put you guys back there. Yeah, they're like right here in some of these tables that are around.
Okay.
So after, it's a struggle, a real struggle. You go back and forth, but eventually he just barely bests you, and as soon as your hand hits the table, he jumps up and he's like, hell yeah, man, and grabs both the gold off the table.
What race is he?
He is a Leonin, actually.
Brother, what are you doing?
They're just purring at each other. They're like wagging their tails.
So
goddamn cow, man! How'd you lose to the big cat? I don't understand. Big cow stronger than big cat.
How many servings of soup do you think a cubic foot can serve?
Oh my god. Seth,
what?
good luck.
I don't actually know what you're asking.
How many servings of soup can a cubic foot of container serve? How many people can I serve with soup
That's a
from a
lot.
cubic foot?
I don't know.
That's like
Probably
a
That's like 8 to 10 people.
a
Are
cubic
you gonna
foot. Yeah,
you're
I
gonna
would
cast
say
the soup
It's like
spell?
it's like a big sauce pot, like a 5.
Horrid Storm is back.
That's like a 5-quart sauce pot, basically.
Well, we're on a boat.
Yeah,
So
horse comes out
while the common room is quite rowdy, I'm in the kitchen making a soup, and I'm just it's made with just like dregs of seaweed and random shit that's been pulled from the tow cables. But you infuse it with prestidigitation to make it the most delicious kelp soup ever.
I'm gonna put a contempt token down that I can't shoot my gun, but they allow random people into the kitchen, like
I
at
was
the
about to say
galley.
the same thing.
The
I just walked in there and
galley.
started doing a thing, and the
Like,
fucking chefs are there.
Yeah,
No
like
problem.
I'm gonna put my contempt token
Yeah,
down here.
there's that is definitely how do you get into the kitchen to start doing this? Because part of the crew members, there's about a dozen or so crew members on the boat, and as soon as you enter the kitchen, one of them just looks over and he kind of like goes to close the door in your face, like, nope, private area.
It's like, listen, you boys are going to be out on the ocean for a long time, and I'm just offering my services, and I think I can make you a very excellent delicacy of a dish. And I think if you guys can just give me like 10 minutes, I can show you something amazing.
He's like, we got double the amount of mouths to feed right now, so we're working overtime here, buddy. So unless you got something real good, I'm gonna need you to leave.
Oh,
So
it's going to be good.
If I
what can
know
you roll to try to convince him?
if I know anything about
Uh,
cooks, there's nothing that I like more than random people coming to their kitchen and be like, I can do this shit so much better than you. Let me show you.
let I'm not
With-
saying I can do a better job.
It's
I'm just
literally
saying,
what you said.
let me help you by showing you
By showing
this
you the better way to do
Yep.
it. Yeah.
It's like I've been a crew chef on this boat for the past 15 years. You think you can do this better than me, buddy? Like I'm a professional at feeding groups of
I'm
people.
just trying to help, and I roll persuasion.
Have you tried pizza? It's the cheapest way to feed a large number of people on a budget.
Dollar slices, let's go.
Really is cost
He's like,
efficient. Dollars per food.
I'll give you know what? He's like, you seem like you have no idea what the hell you're talking about. He's like, but come back tomorrow morning. When breakfast is usually a little bit slower. Some people are still asleep. I'll let you help with breakfast. But right now we're getting ready for dinner. I don't have time for this right now.
Oh, thank you, chef. And I'm sorry I didn't catch your name on our first exchange. I am Rodok. I am a fantastic wizard from faraway lands, and I
Let's
can
bring
show
it back.
you a
Yeah, you rolled
tasteful.
an 11.
He's like my name's Angmar, and he is a I don't know, he's a Goliath. He's like, I'm Angmar, I don't know what else I was gonna say with that.
Captain Bobby, I gotta say, this is a very multicultural boat that you have here. This, I swear to God, it's like the United Nations of boats. You got one of everything.
Yeah, I don't know if you think you're talking to Captain Bob or Captain Robert, but he is nowhere to be found.
What?
He's just talking to a wall.
Wait, am I just talking to the air?
Yeah, he
Yes.
is. Captain Robert is. If you do find him, he is on a mission, walking somewhere else. Like if you're not walking and talking with him, you're not talking to him.
I walk and talk with him then, clearly. I mean, I'm not talking to the air.
Are they just stumbling behind him drunkenly, just like saying random nonsense?
Sir, I say,
This
sir.
is a really long boat ride. And there's only one bar on the whole boat.
He's like, Barley, has anybody ever told you that you talk a lot? But somehow you never have anything to say.
Every day of my life, yes.
Wait,
It's my
Does
number one
Cap-
skill, Captain Bobby.
is the captain wearing a hat?
He is.
What's it look like?
He looks like your very stereotypical captain's hat, tri-corner hat. There's a feather in it, I suppose.
I'm going to spend the afternoon trying to fold a replica of that hat.
Oh my god! And the origin story of your paper hat was born.
God.
Oh shit!
Gotta
With
measure the
the lumberjacks, can I try to see among them if there's actually a skilled woodworker?
Sure. What are you gonna do to try to find that out?
Again, just talking to him, maybe passing out a good berry here or two to some hungry mouths that couldn't get down to the thing.
Okay. Can you roll? We'll say investigation.
Ooh, I'm awesome at investigation, I think. Yep.
You do not find a skilled woodworker. At least as far as I assume you're talking about like fine woodworking, not like house building, things like that.
We've got a pain in the ass party member that needs a light crossbow, and we are going to a place of wood. I was thinking maybe
I don't have
we
a
could.
good range attack until I get another cantrip.
Yeah, you do not find anybody who's good at woodworking, but you do find a lot of people who, when you ask about that, they're like, oh yeah, I build I build houses for a living. He's like, we build, and it just going off about
Yep.
everything that you're not looking for. So and they just are sure that that's what you're looking for.
Would you say that masonry would be a similar enough thing to do at least like ish fine woodworking?
I mean, no, they're very different crafts, but I mean, you would have at least something in common with some of the laborers here. If you are, I don't remember if you're skilled at masonry or if it's just from your background of being from that culture.
I am. I'm proficient in mason's tools.
Yeah, so I mean, you would have a lot in common with them because it's still a craft, but not necessarily for like specifically woodworking of any kind.
Okay.
So, but you can at least kind of talk the talk and exchange stories with some of them.
Yeah, you take your trowel out and you're like, I'm gonna cut this wood. You're like, no, silly, that's not how you cut wood.
Well, I mean, some of the fine
If you
detail work would
chisel the
like
tree hard
crossover.
enough, it'll be the same.
You can make sculptures out of chiseling wood.
It's true, but I don't
Yes.
think that wood can flex. I mean that
Yeah.
that stone can flex.
Yeah, that's
Sora, God damn it, get out of there.
Okay, so anybody else want to do anything on the first day on the boat, or we can kind of fast forward to the night.
We'll
mad
go to
that
the night because I'd like to annoy the lumberjacks later.
I'm also mad that Captain Bobby doesn't like me, but I'm gonna let it go.
I'm going to inquire to the crew workers if there's any recipe books around to draw inspiration for my fantastic breakfast.
Focusing on the important stuff.
Angmar, he's like, recipe books? He's like, you think I've been working 15 years on this boat and have a recipe book?
I mean, you should. It's highly marketable. Do you not understand the nature of people's wants and needs? But I
Wants and
I will
needs.
see tomorrow.
We we make bread and we make soup. There's not much else
I
going on
can
the
do
boat.
more.
We're here for the long haul, buddy. We're not. This isn't a 5-star restaurant.
Oh, I could do plenty with the soup. You just wait till tomorrow.
I'd also like to point out that a lack of wood implies a lack of paper as well.
Oh boy,
Fair,
that's true. Yeah.
Maybe they grow prodigious amounts of hemp.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
Either that or my paper hats are the most expensive hats in all the land.
It's actually more expensive than Captain Bobby's hat.
Yeah, it's a stone hat.
Yeah, so I mean, you can talk to him. He's gonna like, now that it's not like peak hours, it's kind of like after dinner's over and stuff. He's like, exchange stories. He'll tell you about like what they do and how they do it, like how they stretch food further and they turn salted meats into sustaining meals, things like that.
I'm nodding very attentively, jotting down notes.
All right. Anybody else want to do anything before hitting the long rest button again?
Yeah, is there anybody that's injured or needs to be healed at all? Not in our party, but on the boat.
Emotionally scarred.
No.
Captain Bobby's dismissal. Can you help me with this?
Other
No.
than people just being, generally tired because, working a boat's like a 16-hour day job. Not really, just general fatigue.
All right.
Good berries for everyone.
I was just going to say, I'm going to just cast Goodberry again before we take a long rest.
You could cast it multiple
Wait.
times, right?
I could, but it's 24 hours, so I'm just trying to get the
Yeah,
most out of it I can.
Hold
You
on.
may as well burn all of your level 1 slots and just have, like...
No.
I feel really tired and I don't know why. Do you have anything that you could give me that would be like a full day's amount of calories and vitamins, and also maybe delicious? And one bite is preferable, but not mandatory, but definitely preferable. Do you have anything that fits that bill?
I do. I heard the wizard was trying to cook something up, but he's gotten his ass kicked out of the
No,
kitchen twice now.
I don't think the cook is gonna let him cook anything. I heard them laughing. They're gonna throw his ass out of there when he goes there in the morning.
If it Will's role in the D&D player lexicon, there's like the min-max or the explorer. Will's is the instigator.
Yep.
I'd like to tug on F's clothes and ask for a good berry.
I give them both a Goodberry before
Yeah,
I cast them.
I wanted one too. Yeah.
I'm going to take this good berry to Rodok, and I'm going to ask him, "You make taste good?"
Oh, no, can I? And I
Wait, I think they already taste good, right?
I was told they have no flavor, and I gave them back.
There's nothing about flavor in them. In the spell, it just says it's sustenance. I can't imagine.
I booped the good berry, and I'm muttering in chant of something about cinnamon and spice.
Oh god, like big cobalt, this tastes like mush. What are you doing? It looks like a grape, but it tastes terrible.
Alright, so I'm going to eat the good berry now that it has been magically infused. I'm going to ask the DM, does prestidigitation work on a magical good berry to make it taste better?
Oh, this is an important precedent.
I'm curious about that too, because when he first said it, I was like, that doesn't.
Okay, so we going to
last
call for
Seth skipped the issue.
Wait, no, I'm sorry. Did you ask something to me?
So, does prestidigitation work on a already magical good berry to make it taste better? It'd be like, let's go. I eat the good berry, and I look at both the lizard man and I look at the goblin. I go, "Best berry ever eaten! More berries!"
All right, now.
I can flavor up to a cubic foot of good berries in one shot. So
No more for now. This is going to help us later.
Are we literally just gonna set up another fucking shop to start our fucking campaign?
The most delicious good berry shop. It's like those gourmet chocolate shops.
It's gonna be a winery, obviously.
It's like Good Burger. It's just called Goodberry.
Welcome to Goodberry, home of the Goodberry.
God damn it.
No, Seth, just to make 10 more berries, so I got a 24-hour kick.
Okay.
I look at the berries longingly.
Also, Fritos during the day, is just very seriously looking out over the sea for anything trouble. Brooding. He's just very serious about his job.
Okay, so we're gonna go to rest time, or does anybody have anything else they want to do before settling in for the night?
I'm going to pre-cast Mage Armor and Gift of Alacrity on myself in case we have a midnight battle and use 2 of my level 1 slots.
Okay.
Go to sleep in Mage Armor.
Who am I bunking with, by the way?
Pretty sure you can't maintain concentration while asleep, but okay.
Neither one of those are concentration.
Oh, okay. I don't know. You guys pick your bunks.
I'm with Jimmy.
I'm in Jimmy's room.
Yep. So you're either with Kratos or with
Rodok.
Rodok, that's right.
Or Barley. Barley's got no one in there, right?
Or Barley.
Somebody's got to be by themselves. And
I'll
No,
I'm by
room
myself.
you're the by yourself because you're with Jimmy.
oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll bunk with Barley.
Good choice.
We already
You get to see some human wang.
Besides, you're missing an eye. Just make sure that eye is faced towards his direction.
Harley never said he didn't have undergarments. He just said he took off his pants.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean,
Listen, you all knew. Like,
it's canon in this world. There's no such thing as underwear. It's just everybody's going commando.
I mean, even if there was, you all knew.
We all do.
I'm like a 7 foot tall minotaur. If you want to have a dick measuring contest with a human, I think I'm fine. It's fine.
I need to roll. I need you guys to roll.
Isn't it real life that bull's penis size is actually extremely small relative to their body?
Which I think is still, I think is still big, just small relative to their body. Like that's a key phrase.
I'll roll with disadvantage. I roll the 2. Great. on the tradition of me having a small dick in D&D.
Goddamn big cow, man! I thought you'd have big cow dick. I don't. What's going on down there?
Yeah, well, I got big.
He's a grower, not a shower.
Yeah, it's like 2 softballs in a Vienna sausage.
I'm feeling a little uncomfortable with what you got going on. Can you face the wall?
And Seth knew when this session went off the rails.
Yeah, an hour and a half ago.
Okay, so we're gonna everybody's going to sleep. Does anybody do anything at night? Any sort of nighttime activities, or everybody just kind of go
cry about my dick size?
I hunt for rats in the ship's stores because I'm a cat now.
Take out my retainer.
That'd be awesome.
Maybe.
I'm going to practice playing my instrument until someone knocks on the door and tells me to shut up.
Which is very quickly. I mean, if you're as bad as you say you are, it's very quickly. Like, there's other crewmates here who go to bed pretty early because, this is their job. So, the walls are pretty thin.
I don't want to roll performance. It's just bad.
Okay. So somebody knocks on the door. He's like, "Would you quit that? We're trying to go to sleep here, man. Like, we got 6 hours of rest before we got to get up and do this all over again."
Okay, I wait and wake you up with it.
He just rolls his eyes and just walks away. Okay. Let's see. I should have this on a thing, but I don't. Can I have each one of you roll perception?
Yes.
Oh boy.
And I'm not outside, so I get advantage. Let's go.
Where is... Oh, I was going to say there's Jode. So, Jode and Gangris. Each one of you notice that your... and you know what? I will say... no, I won't, actually. Jode and Gangris, each one of you notice your something strange about the scroll. It's kind of like emitting like some sort of like very, very light, very dim light is being emitted from it.
Can I take an action and use magical awareness? Which is, I can open my awareness to the presence of concentrated magic until the end of my next turn. I know the location of any spell or magic item within 60 feet. When I sense the spell, I can learn the school of magic it belongs to.
Okay. Yeah, and by the way, this like kind of like wakes you up, like you kind of like see the light out of the corner of your eye as you're like falling asleep.
Someone who's sensitive to light. I'm very unhappy.
Exactly. Okay, so you notice that there is a transmutation spell essentially that is being not necessarily being cast, but like you're sensing transmutation magic coming from the scroll.
Okay.
I would like to pick up my scroll.
Okay.
Yeah, agreed.
I feel like
So
I would have mentioned my Arcana crit check to my traveling companions.
okay,
I,
fair enough.
you know what? If I were down there with you, I would have woken you up, but I'm not. So I'm sorry.
Does
Yeah.
Gangris wake me up? Considering
Leave
we're
the wizard just to
butt naked
sleep while the
together.
magic thing is happening.
I'm
Not
that
immediately.
smart. I got an I
We
got
don't
an
know
8
you.
in.
Yeah, not immediately. I'm going to assess what's going on before I do it.
So
Say,
because I'm
guys,
lazy, I just showed it to everyone, but these is to only
Oh shit.
Jode, and
I'm not reading it.
Ingris.
I'm not reading it until somebody wakes me up and reads it to me.
So yeah, if you want to read it out loud or to yourselves.
Adventure! I regret to inform you that the Golden Sunset is stuck in Port Atone. It will be arriving late. Please return to the guild hall for your orders. The Tempest Alliance.
Okay.
Am I still asleep?
On the wrong fucking
Um,
boat.
at the moment, yes.
I'll wake up
I don't know
Barley
if any
now.
of our compatriots came to wake the wizard after the obvious magic thing happened.
I would like. I'm going to wait a little bit, but I'm up. My next step is going to be to go to the captain's quarters. I just want that to be aware, but it's going to take some time because it's going to take me some time to read because I'm stupid.
Yeah, I wanna wake up Barley and relay the message.
Goddamn cow, man! I can't. Mine just says hello. Does yours say hello too? I can't. That looks like there's some writing under the hello, but I can't tell what's going on.
Yeah, we're on the wrong boat.
I mean, Pa always said there's no wrong boats. I mean, is it possible we're on the right boat? Have you considered that this is the right boat for what we're supposed to be doing?
Remember that time that I stopped you from getting arrested?
are are you regretting that decision?
No, I'm just saying, listen to me now and let me tell you that we're possibly in danger. We need to talk to the rest of the party
All right,
and maybe not be so obvious about it.
I shape up.
And I want to leave the room and try to find, I guess, whichever one of our guildies is going to be closest.
It's gonna be me
So
and well, I don't know.
as you step out into the room, just something you notice is it is extremely quiet. Like there's no like the normal sounds of like the ship kind of like creaking and groaning, the sounds of like people. Like it is nighttime, but it is eerily quiet on the boat.
Um,
Hold on, cow.
okay.
Goddamn cow, man. What if I don't I don't necessarily trust the other ones. That wizard had a bad look about him. What if they're in on it?
He's not the only one of our compatriots that uses magic. We'll be fine.
I think we should skip him and move on to one of the other ones.
I just ignore him and go to the next room.
Is it me? Is it me? Or
Just for the sake of so we can get back to this, realizing that I am hungry, I'm going to take the necklace and my shit and go find the wizard and the lizard man for a berry.
we're in different rooms.
I know I have to go to different rooms to get you both. I get that, but I'm bringing my
Okay.
shit.
All right. Good enough.
I presume it's been less than 8 hours since it seems like the night shift rest is 6 hours long.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been just a couple hours. You guys have been asleep. A little while enough to fall like asleep, and but yeah.
Who would be in the nearest room to me?
I mean, nobody specific, but I mean, I don't know what rooms you guys all decide to take. I mean, you can kind of make that now if you want to. If you want one of the players to be in a room next to you or wherever you want it to be.
It doesn't really matter. I mean, okay, let's just say Pretos, since that's
And Rodok.
yeah. So Pretos and Rodok. I don't even want to knock on the door. I just like kind of want to slowly open it and peek inside, see if they're in there.
At least I am snoring.
I'm just like sitting there like.
I want
You
to.
guys are in the hallway, or
You
I guess
gotta-
outside the rooms.
I mean, yeah, I'm at the door with the door like ajar a little bit, looking in there.
Apparently, I'm just still asleep with Jimmy, so
No, I don't know if you miss it. Jimmy is not in the room with you.
he's not in the room. Oh, okay.
No.
So I'm just asleep. Nobody's woken me up. Nobody's come to me yet. I'm just asleep.
I'm calling it. We're on the fucking like Black Pearl.
Yeah,
Jimmy was dead all along.
Uh, can I walk up to Pretos and like put a hand on his shoulder and try to like gently wake him awake?
How would Pretos react to that?
He's a cat. He would get up and meow.
Claws out. Yeah, no, I just like stretch like, oh, no. Yeah, he'll wake up.
And just immediately just go like this and walk over to Rodok and do the same thing.
What?
And just kind of like sorry, go.
What's going on? I can see perfectly in this darkness, but why is it so quiet?
What is the message still there on the scroll?
Yep.
Okay. I want to say that we're on the wrong ship, and I'll hand it to Rodok, and then kind of like motion over to hand it to Pretos.
I look at Gress's scroll. I go pull my scroll out of its protective scroll case. Does it also say the same message?
Yes, they all, except for Barley's, which says hello on it also.
Okay. Like, well, shit. Are we on a? Is this about a fucking pirates?
So as you are having this conversation, something finally breaks the silence, and you can hear kind of like rustling and scratching. Just like you can just hear movement coming from the other side of the boat, like coming from one of the other rooms.
Is it me?
Does it sound like?
No, I assumed you're already down with the group at this point.
Does it sound like talons?
I don't know. Are you going to
Can I nature
roll?
check it or?
Wait. Just for the sake of, I guess, completeness, because if I went down, I would have went to the lizard man first, because the lizard man makes the berries.
Also,
so either I am in a room with the lizard man and no one else, or all of us are together.
Also, where are you guys kind of like meeting and having this conversation? Because the rooms are tiny, by the way. They are enough for just like 2 cots, and that's it.
Probably in the hallway.
Then there's
probably like right here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
So that means I'm awake now and I know what's going on.
Yeah, so we'll say at least for our interaction, I went into your room and I was like pulling on you, and I was saying, "I'm hungry. Make more berry."
Nothing about anything else, just berries.
So yeah, you're gonna hear the noise coming from like around in this area, and Rodok, with that roll, you are definitely sure it is not any sort of like natural sound, like a creature of any sort that you've ever heard.
I turn to the group and say, "Shut up. There's something unnatural in the birth of this ship. You're drawing attention to us."
That's what I do.
That's me.
Goddamn, you don't have to be rude about it. We can just have a civil conversation like people.
So how are you seeing in the dark?
I'm
don't
good.
Don't shoot me with that gun because you're flailing around in the dark.
Good question. Do I have night vision?
After another couple minutes of talking, you start to hear similar noises coming from this area of the ship.
Can I peek my head around these boxes and see if I see anything?
Sure. Roll perception. Actually, roll investigation, rather, not perception.
Wait, just to see if I see something?
Yep. Oh, you get advantage. Huh?
No, I'm sorry. I only clicked it once.
Oh, okay. Well, just take the first roll. So with a 12, you don't You don't necessarily see anything, but sticking your head around the corner, you can definitely get a better idea that the sound is coming from inside one of the rooms.
Okay,
down
easy.
down the way.
Yeah. Also, if it helps for the future, I do actually have dark vision. One of the rooms. What's the sound that I heard, or that we heard?
It's just kind of like a rustling sound. It sounds like there's just nothing. It's like non-specific, just kind of like movement and like rustling.
Do any of you recognize that particular form of rustling? I think
No.
we're going to. I think we have some fairly unnatural company. Where is it? Is everyone assembled? Do we need the rest of us? I think we should.
We're all here.
I think we should try to see what's above us right now. I would hate to be trapped in the bowels of the ship with anything that hungers for our flesh.
What a great segue. Thank you for that. So, as you're having this discussion, Jode keeping your eye out around the corner, trying to lay low. Out of the door here, you see a large skeletal minotaur stick its head out, kind of put its hand on the edge of the door frame and step out into the room. And that's
fuck.
And that's where we will end it for tonight.
Damn it.
And I yell, fuck.
Why would you yell and bring attention to us?
No. Do you know this guy, buddy, Chris?
Chris.
None of us looked at the name of the goddamn ship, apparently. Fuck.
We were just
We're
following
not
Joe.
smart.
He was so confident. He was so confident he just walked on the
Yeah,
ship.
Jode was very confident. I blame him.
That's how I got myself into the guild. I just walked in and they're like, "Yo, here you go."
Walk in with enough confidence, and anybody will let you anywhere.
You should bring a clipboard. Yeah.
I mean, like the captain was like, "Oh yeah, you guys are here for the protect." Like everything sounded normal. There's literally loggers on board. I mean, we saw them loading like saws and shit.
It's
Yeah,
ours
to
now.
cut us up. Yeah.
That's actually for
No,
people.
that shit's ours. We're gonna set up our own logging camp with cocaine and hookers. God damn it.
I like how the fucking note came to us the next day. By the way, it took a whole day for the Adventurers Guild to be like, "Yo, by the way."
Yeah, your ship never showed up. Sorry.
Yeah, we're gonna talk to management about that because that's a problem. Communication for management's always been bad, but this time.
Complain. I'm gonna put in another one.
It's run by USPS. It's
All right, everyone say goodbye to the recording. Goodbye, recording.
recording.
Bye, recording.